I'm coming to sodomize your vast imaginations. Live from Castle Grayskull. This is Skeletor. My fingers are in your pee hole. They're bony. You didn't expect this, but it's a Tuesday afternoon. Oh no, I stole Aladdin's magic carpet and I'm going to impersonate Prince Ali Fabulousy Ali Ababwa.
Shut the fuck up! Nature Boy's back. I kicked your little boy ass. Woo! We're here. You're not. Guess what? I'm in Ibiza. I'm also inside your mammy. Woo! Helltown Radio.
Hi.
Hello.
We up in here again.
What's up?
Introduction time.
What's up?
What, me?
Yeah.
Everyone knows me.
Yeah, but we
I'm
love
Lita.
hearing from you. That is Lita.
I'm slightly disappointed because y'all aren't voting for me for the Face of Horror. You could do it every day. Did you know that? Because I didn't do it every day.
That's not the
Today-
face of horror.
Today is
horror.
it's the 2-for-1 vote. God damn it! For a good cause.
It's
Yeah.
an amazing
Vote for me.
cause. It's the
Go
best,
vote.
It's the best
Yeah.
cause that ever happened.
You'll
It
do.
is. Help-
You'll do
help
so many
children.
more things throughout your day that'll waste so much more time.
Exactly. All
Do
you do
something
is
that
just,
matters.
Like press a button.
Two
dude.
clicks.
Click, click. That's it. Go vote for me.
Mm-hmm.
Vote for
her.
Lita.
You can vote every day. I've done it 4 or 5 times, and I've probably done it more.
You're also, if you want, you can pay. You could do that.
Yes.
Yeah, and the proceeds go
Yeah.
to Starlight Foundation, which helps children
Yeah.
that are very sick meet their wish, whether it's going to Disney or meeting, one of their favorite actors or
A member-
writers or
A member of
something.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Want to meet
So-
RZA?
Help children
Ask 'em
fulfill
all
their
about-
wish.
All about what it was like to hang out with MF Doom before he rolled out.
Yeah.
He was like, he had this mask on.
Mm.
What would be your wish if you could do one?
Like,
I'm talking
what?
about
Hands down. Like I would want to
That
meet
is
him.
great.
That would be my
yeah.
wish. Hands down.
George.
I can ask for anything?
It's got to be a live celebrity though. It's got
Oh, live celebrity.
Yeah, live celebrity.
I don't even know. There's so many. It's a vast plethora.
Joe
of-
Rogan.
Nah, I listen to a show. I know what he thinks of shit. I don't gotta ask him. It would be somebody if they got to be alive. This is narrowing this list down because I don't really like athletes that much.
Doesn't have to be an athlete. It could be
Yeah. So
Does it have to be like meeting somebody, or maybe doing something that you wouldn't normally do?
I think just for this round of questions, we go with that one. That way it's simplified. Otherwise, I mean, when the sky's the limit, we could be here we could spend the whole show talking about it. Unless that's what we want to talk about.
I don't know. It'd probably be somebody in jiu-jitsu,
Royce Gracie.
Nah, I met him. He's a dickhead.
Yeah, dang.
No, he's a good dude. Jiu-jitsu. That's who I used to get my belts from, but he's definitely always he's definitely got toxoplasmosis running through his veins. That motherfucker always looking for a fight. So. Some people are really chill. He, from my experience, was very aggro, and I was probably really high too. So that's back when I used to just get high before I went to jiu-jitsu all the time. It was awesome.
Like a lot of people do.
Yeah. Like when you're rolling, it's easy, but when you're doing class, I wouldn't recommend it because you'll be like, where was I supposed to put my hand?
All right.
Oh,
Wait,
fuck.
what am I doing again?
Yeah.
What's if you could have
Why
a
is this
sit-
4-year-old choking me right now?
Probably like Gordon Ryan or John Danaher.
All right.
That's nice and relevant to everybody. I got yeah.
All right, Shaquille O'Neal. He had big feet.
Okay.
Yo, Shaq would be a fantastic person to meet.
Yeah.
He'd
He's
be
so
like,
wild.
hello,
He's
did my dick
like-
hit you in the face right there?
He's
I'm
a-
sorry.
All over the place.
He's he's an accredited EDM DJ. He's a for real. People go to see him at festivals. because
DJ
he's so-
Shaq.
Welcome
you
to
Diesel.
shit I did not
DJ
know.
Diesel, yeah.
I did not know he was a DJ.
And
and it has been for a long time.
yeah,
he's been
I didn't know that.
But
You know
Reese-
who else is also a popular DJ is Paris Hilton.
what?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
she's
outta here.
been doing that for a long time. She's one of those ones that goes and press play. Shaq's a real deal DJ that real DJs consider a real DJ.
Oh,
Like he's
wow.
not just like like a celebrity that goes up and presses play and then acts like they're doing shit.
What genre is he playing?
He does like everything,
EDM?
hip hop, EDM. He's big on EDM right now. It's
Oh.
really interesting. Oh man, yeah.
DJ Shaq Diesel.
That's hilarious.
He had a short-lived rap career under the same name.
Oh yeah, didn't he have a song with the group
The
Foo
Fooshnickers,
Schnickens?
yeah, dude.
Foo Schnickens.
Yeah, Fooshnickens. Let's give
God,
it a bit of
That's why 80s or like early 90s hip hop, it was really awesome because you have some stuff like ridiculous, and then you have people that were like super gangster, but like they had
Yeah.
the weirdest names.
Shaq Fu was a fucking
Yeah.
awesome game. Also, that was actually a legit good fighting game on Super Nintendo. And
Who made
Genesis.
it?
Oh, I forget, man. But I know that game was actually fun. I remember I forget we rented it for whatever reason, and I was like, this is gonna suck, and then it was fucking awesome. Yeah. So Shaq. So you're going with Matt? Who are you going with?
Man, I've always wanted to hang out with Rob Dyrdek.
You know what? That's a good one too. Man.
That dude is like super positive, man. He's like into a lot of different things. He's like self-built and everything like that. And I've always thought that somebody like Rob Dyrdek would be a cool person to hang out with. Not just hang out at like the Fantasy Factory, but just to be around him, you know. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
What about you?
Me. See, man, now like all this is kind of like spun me in different directions. I like the Rob Dyrdek answer, and so with that being said, on like with the same respect but a different end of the spectrum, Mr. Beast.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Jimmy
Yeah, that dude is fucking fantastic. Like,
does a lot of charity.
yeah,
with
I respect the shit. The stuff he does for,
For
dogs.
sure.
The stuff he does for dogs alone is
people.
like-
I mean, he built all those fucking water, like
Yeah.
those water sources in Africa and all these third world countries and shit like that. He built wells for them.
Yeah, he turned down $1 billion offer because he was like, "No, I want control of my stuff so I can keep doing the things I'm doing," which like I respect the shit out of. And like, yo, I love his whole thing. Like that dude is like, yo, I mean with his utmost respect. And as a nerd, that dude's just like a straight up nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing like. He's not a super handsome dude. He doesn't box. He doesn't kickbox. He doesn't wrestle. He doesn't wear Pokemon cards.
Nah.
He
And
fucking-
from
he
what I
doesn't-
understand, he
that-
doesn't live super lavishly either.
Yeah, dude, the dude's cool as shit, man. I'd want to talk to him because like that's like how do you manage that? You go from like in like a 10-year span becoming the biggest YouTube producer
In the world.
and you're making X amount of tens of millions of dollars, and you're just staying humble and true to the game. He hasn't had a sex scandal yet, and that that motherfucker would have showed up by now.
Yeah. Well, there's supposedly there was some shit going on with that dude that was doing the tranny conversion and shit like that.
They had
Yeah, and he like from what I saw, he kicked that dude off the show as soon as those allegations came forth, and they were like, "Yeah, you're a weirdo."
Yeah.
But I have seen a lot of stuff about that dude to where it's like he seems like a good dude, and I think if you insulate yourself with good people and like keep an arm distance to a lot of people, it's probably the only easy way to accomplish that.
Yeah,
and being a celebrity, you have to like find out who's a good person and just keep them around.
Yeah,
like,
he's got a tight circle. I mean, you
Yeah.
can tell that man keeps a tight circle because he doesn't even really fuck with a lot of celebrities. Like he's pretty selective on his like celebrity interaction. And that dude,
not like Kai Cenat or somebody like that
Right.
have any celebrity on his show.
Well, like even people like Prince, like you never heard of like his whole bullshit where he had any like negative spin on him was when he changed his name to get out of a record contract.
Sure.
That's not that's he didn't hurt anybody. That's just a business matter. So, and you never heard any stories about him, and he was doing some wild shit. That motherfucker walked around with blouses doing the splits.
yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
some wild nights that nobody knows about it. Fucking.
On the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah. Paisley Park.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. You know who else has been a surprisingly good person? Is that Haktua girl? I forget Haley.
Haley, whatever her name is.
Welch, I think is her last
Yep.
name. Yo, and you know what? I didn't want to.
She's doing comedy.
Yeah. Well, she just goes and says says hi on stage, and everybody's like,
What
whatever.
if she just walks up?
But
But
let's
like,
not
I
get
suck
carried-
dicks
let's
and
not-
spit on him, and then
Well-
walks off stage.
Well, I mean,
Pretty much all she's got.
Well, I mean, no, be real. If you've seen, I've seen a couple other interviews with her, and she's pretty fucking funny. Like, so first of all, this is where she won me over. First, I was like, all right, this is just a distraction tactic, so we don't pay attention to the fact that North Korea and Russia are getting in bed together. Which, if you look at historically speaking, the day that it flooded everybody's algorithm was the day that happened, and the news completely got flooded with some girl talking about spitting on a dick. with a cute country accent, and then they were like, forget the fact that like Cobra Commander and Destro are about to blow the fuck out of everything.
You know
anyways,
what though? You know
yeah,
what
we
that-
still here.
I like the news.
I bet dick spitting was way up after that, you know.
Yep.
So, but seriously, but you know what she's gone on to do? She did two things that I find fantastic. She was on Bill Maher, and she made a joke about Jay-Z, that New York song. She said, like, they say concrete jungle, wet dreams, tomato. And if you ever listen to that shit again, that's what you'll hear. And I thought that was fucking hilarious. But the other thing, she started a podcast, and all the proceeds are going to save dogs. And so I'm with that. So
Okay.
And then
I can get behind that.
she had also a funny one where she talks about like her mom was a crackhead and then she's a crack baby and she's behind crack, which I thought was fucking funny too. But dude,
I don't know anything about
Them
crack.
hot two's.
I don't know anything about no crack anymore.
Can you imagine like if you had told people like 30 years ago, like okay, they'd be like, yo, I'm going to New York. I'm going to LA. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna sell all my things. I'm gonna just prostrate myself in the middle of these theatrical and cinematographic meccas, and that's how I'm gonna make my way. And then you're like, yo, in 30 years, all you gotta do is say, I spit on a dick,
Right.
and you will,
And you're made.
Yeah, and you are a made person from then on out. But good for her for using that dick spitting for good.
Yeah, not wasting that dick spitting moment.
Not a gosh, yeah, not a.
But I saw an article where the guys that do the interview are like, "Where's our proceeds? We haven't got anything from this. Where's our show? Where's our show? You know, like where's our this? Where's our that? We're already out here interviewing people. You know,
That's well, they bring a good point. You know what they need to do?
Get a job.
Start spitting on dicks.
No, it'll be
They
funny.
need to
Like
start spitting on
obviously they're not that funny because nobody's like approaching them to do any type of panel show or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that yeah.
But I think people that walk around and just interview people when they're coming out of clubs and ask them outlandish questions, I don't think there's a real future in that. I did see one. Of,
It is such shit. It is such shit. Fucking like whatever content. It's all stupid because it's like it's dudes going up to like, a 6+ girl, like meaning that they were 6 and above, and they're like, what kind of like cool sex stuff do you do? And essentially trying to imply that we're gonna put you on, that we can do that together, because like 9 times out of 10 it always ends with a dude being like, "Yo, slip me your digits," and then like blah blah blah. This is totally not staged and organic, and you're like, "Yeah, right, dude." Like it's so terrible. That's like one of the part of the idiocracy that we're living in that I detest. There's some I like the Haktua girl, for instance. I like that part of idiocracy,
and I like Crocs.
I can't get with Crocs, man.
They came from that movie. I
They
believe.
sure did.
Oh man,
Yeah.
do you see the new like their new release? It's all like the chunky ass like
Yeah, dude.
1990 style like loafers that girls used to wear, except Croc form.
What a weird.
I'm actually low key kind of liking it. I'm like,
What a
kinda looks
weird
cute.
self-fulfilling prophecy, but it works well. Hey, listen, you got kids,
Yeah.
so you're like, yo, I understand.
My kids wear the fuck out of them.
I'm sure because you get them in and out, man. It wasn't like when we were kids and you had to tie a shoe and that shit would come untied and they would get in the water and then you'd like.
Put your fucking Crocs on. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like I think
all-terrain
like,
vehicles for your feet.
Children,
Put them in sport mode if you're gonna ride your bike.
child deployment time has gone down substantially since the advent of Croc.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't get with it, but whatever.
I use them for walking the dog and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it's just nice to put some bullshit foam on my fucking feet and roll outside like nothing's gonna happen. Now, if you wear them in the sun, like for me, my feet sweat and then they start slipping and sliding in there. They get all wet and everything like that. And I hate that about them.
What if you had to run?
Better put them in sport mode.
We're going 4-wheel drive. But you gotta stop like an old school, like back in the day, like you had to like use the little. Like,
They're slippery as fuck. I'll tell you, the slipperiest thing is like if it's wet and you have to step on in a parking lot, you step on a painted line. That shit is like fucking glass,
Like an
dude.
old pair of skate shoes.
Oh my god, dude! Whoop! Right out from underneath you. You better be ready for it. You better see them things and respect them.
They're only meant for like grass and concrete.
Yeah, dry surfaces only. Because at first they have traction to them. They have shit that's cut into them or whatever. But you wear that down within like 2 weeks of having them, and they're just slick as a fucking.
Do they have anything with an aggressive outsole, or are they all
I don't know. They might.
off-road Crocs?
There's probably so many different types of Crocs. I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Man, yeah, the Crocs are weird. I think the whole history of them is intense. Like, I mean, so basically what happened was they were a startup company. And when they were the guy who did the costumes for Idiocracy decided that he was going to choose footwear for everybody. He wanted to find the most lazy and silly
uniform,
silly looking thing that you would think that nobody would like, and that would be the forecast for the future. And so the money that they made from for stocking the costumes for Idiocracy is what got them off the ground to the point that they became the powerhouse they are today.
That's fucking wild. That's awesome.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, man. It's fucking crazy, dude.
And here we are talking about them.
Yeah, we are, man.
And wearing them, some of us.
No, I got the Bedrocks on today. I like these. Chris German, a person that's been on this show, he turned me on to them. They are great.
Are those the weird thong shoes?
Yeah, I love them, man. They are so. If you told me like 5 years ago that I would regularly wear sandals, I would tell you just suck a dick and watch the Ralphie May stand-up comedy about that. But these are fantastic. I feel like a Roman gladiator when I wear them.
Yeah, those are like bondage sandals.
I mean,
look at them T-straps.
Yeah, they are amazing. They're fantastic. Bedrocks, everybody. Bedrock sponsor the show. Same with Alpha Brain, Red Bull, Newport, Icelandic, Liquid Death. Anybody else we should...
money.
Yeah. Shout out to the Treasury. Shout out the Treasury. Print out some money.
Money. Send me money.
Oh my gosh.
Money.
Well, dude, it's been so long since we've had Matt with us.
Yep. What up,
dude? This is amazing. So what bring you're back from Rhode Island? Yeah.
Back from actually right on the literally on the state line of Rhode Island, like. From one end of this, like, to the other, right here, like, from where our camper was, it was the line to Rhode Island. So it was, there was different laws for, like, if I went to go buy Nicole alcohol or something like that, there was, like, different laws in Rhode Island than there is in Connecticut, which was kind of fucking crazy.
Which ones are more lax?
Connecticut's a little bit more lax. Connecticut had a drive-through dispensary.
What?
Yeah, they had a dispensary with a drive-through. You go and you order on their website, and they tell you like an approximate time to get to their drive-through. And you come to the drive-through, you say, give them your name. Here you go. It's already paid for and everything like that.
She went to her first
slide
dispensary.
Oh yeah, in Colorado, it was so cool.
Yeah.
I was like a little kid in there.
It is.
And
it's
then
an experience.
They like busted out this list and like, what would you like? And I'm like, weed.
Yeah, I want the good one.
Something that gets me high.
Right.
And they're like, oh, like, I mean, there's like a wide list of like different kinds of like strengths and whether it was indica or sativa. I don't know the difference. I just smoke.
Yep.
Whatever.
Sure.
So it was kind of wild. The pen that I got was like it wasn't like a high dose because like I get all weird and introspective and panicky if it's a little bit too strong. So I wanted something mild, and it was great. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't buy more because the shit was only like $14 for like a pen, and that shit lasted me for a whole month. I was like, damn, I should have bought more.
That's great.
Yeah.
I remember I was excited
Colorado.
when we had gone for the first time. They had a BOGO, so you like buy a gram of this or like buy an ounce of this and get something else. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, there's an app called Weed Maps, and when we went, it was like fucking Groupon, basically for weed, and they definitely had like I think we went to like a bunch of different dispensaries because they were like buy one get one free hash.
Yeah.
Like,
and B the whole time was like, stop buying shit. I got it at my house, man.
We're like,
stop buying shit.
But they have packaging.
Yeah.
It's shiny.
But I've never done this before.
Yeah, I fell in love with the state. So much so that I was actually looking at land to buy because I was like, fuck buying land in West Virginia. Let's buy it in Colorado.
Yep.
Like, just sit on it for a while.
Dude, I definitely got altitude poisoning. Like, I didn't even know. I wasn't sweating that bad. Like, we walked Red Rocks again.
Yeah, okay.
Went all the way around. We went up the stairs to the top of the amphitheater and then came back down and walked the trail. And I got to the top and there was a cactus and my hand hit it and I didn't see it. And I picked my hand up to be like, ow. And then I was like, yo, my fingers look like Smurf dicks. What the fuck's going on here? And
Hands were blue. And then he started WebMDing that shit. I'm like, you're gonna WebMD yourself into a panic attack.
And then when we got back down to Denver, it was.
I've never wanted you to
went
figure
right
you
to
said
it.
that in my life.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
hers went a little bit too.
Yeah,
Once
it was like mine's was white and kind of pale, but I felt fine. Like
Yeah.
I was like,
Right.
I'm okay.
Yeah,
But he was just like,
yeah. Like I felt fine. Like I wasn't even sweating. Didn't like that hike's an easy. Yeah. Like even the last part that's like mostly uphill isn't that bad.
Right.
It's like on rocks and.
yeah. I think
But-
it was because like we, despite me stopping for every fucking rock along the way, like we were descending pretty fast and like going up pretty fast. So I
Yeah.
think that was part of it. Like
Yeah,
cleared,
hiking. You got.
we cleared like 2 miles.
That's why I
pretty
hate
quickly.
hiking because I'm like, yeah, let me walk real fast. Shit'll be over sooner. And then
No, you gotta enjoy the scenery and pick up rocks because rocks are neat.
yeah, she came back and like I carried her bag to be nice, and I was like, God damn, she had rocks, like 50 pounds of rocks in the motherfucking.
I did.
Something my fucking 6-year-old would do.
I like
rocks. Don't judge me.
I like rocks.
They're all on my shelf right now. I like rocks.
I feel you on that. I sometimes find
I might be a little bit autistic. It's fine.
It's fucking funny.
I love
Dude,
rocks.
you know what? One time I had a weird ass esoteric moment in life. I went down to the low water bridge and I saw a rock and it just looked cool and it looked different than the other rocks. So I picked it up and I was like, oh, this is rad. And it was like covered in algae and shit or whatever. And I walked a little bit further down, about 20 yards down. And I found another rock that looked somewhat the same. Took them home, washed them off. Turns out they fit together almost perfectly. Like they do fit together perfectly. There's one piece missing. I'll bring it in on the next show. We'll do show and tell. But I'll bring in that. It's the craziest shit that I like. One of the craziest things in my life. Yeah, it's a really. It's
Can I bring my rocks too?
Yeah, let's have a rock off. Let's rock out.
Yeah, we'll do rock off.
Yeah, we'll
Rock out with your rocks out.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking wooks will just like kick my door and be like, y'all got rocks in there.
We can feel the energy.
Yeah, I bet you if you break one and put it in a tumbler, you can put a heady piece with copper on it.
Well, it's a cool rock though. It's a jasper rock with quartz on the inside. It's a geode.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's a-
Jasper's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
like when
really-
you get like a really,
Mhm.
so is like God, there's another one that has like this kind of rainbow hue when you turn it. I can't think of the name of it, but I did find like a
Opal?
it looks like an opal, but it's not an opal. You turn it a little bit and it looks like a gray quartz, but it's got like a rainbow sheen to it. And I found a raw one in Smith Mountain Lake. And I was just like, look at this. It's supposed to be a rock quarry, like a man-made rock quarry. And I found that.
I didn't think about this until right now, but you know why I have I want to say an aversion to rocks, but why I'm like, I don't give a fuck about rocks. So first time I ever had to like go to church, right? It was a Sunday school. My grandma dropped me off and we're doing it, and they give us this story about like fool's gold or some shit in the Bible. Now, something about gold, like I don't know, you'll get riches or some shit. And they're doing the Sunday school shit, and then the lady gives everybody a golden rock. I was like, this is like gold. And I was
Can
like,
we smoke this?
No, I literally I was so excited, yo, because we were poor. And I was
real
like, yo,
gold.
we are rich, finally. I'm going to get a Nintendo. Like, I was planning shit out. I had a list of things we needed to buy. And then slowly, the gold starts coming off on my hand, and it's just a regular-ass piece of gravel. This bitch done lied to me. They spray painted fucking
That's
rocks.
not even a fool's gold. It's just like painted rocks.
Yeah.
They tricked you.
They didn't even give me
doubly.
pyrite. At least pyrite, I'd have been like, oh, at least it's shiny. But these bitches gave me motherfucking like spray painted gravel.
They're like,
These
these
bitches
are-
went outside and spray painted the like the parking lot and scooped it up and gave it to children under the suspicion that it was
Jesus.
gold.
Gave you broken off.
Yeah,
pieces
dude.
of
I was
the
skeptical
asphalt.
of religious people ever since. It's like, you motherfucking liars. You ruined my
Like,
childhood.
these are month-old dog turds, sir.
Yeah, dude. It's like, these motherfuckers. How you don't be getting my hopes up. You know, these children are below the poverty line.
That's hilarious.
Crushing moment.
Yeah.
Still
We're
remembers
gonna
it
be
to
out
this
the
day.
projects. Nope.
Mama, I done got us good.
No, mama, mama said I'm retarded.
Say, go hide in your room.
Yeah, speaking of retarded rock collectors, what's up, Jay Work? So Jay Work is tuned in right now. What's up, dog?
What up?
Yeah. Yeah,
He
speaking of
probably
Jay,
knows the rock that I'm talking about. Jay, yo, it's just like, it kind of looks like a gray rock, and it's got like a bluish, greenish kind of rainbow, like almost like a
Tourmaline?
opal, like reflective
Tourmaline?
quality. No,
that
not
would be
tourmaline.
clean.
Not
That would be clear.
yeah, like it's not like it's kind of gray, kind of like damn man. I wish I knew the name. It's like on the tip of
Like,
my
you'd
tongue,
be
but
able
he
to
might
s-
know it.
You should be
It's
able
got
to see
like
through that.
yeah, it's got like that rainbowish, like almost like a
Tourmalines?
opal hue. No, not a tourmaline. Isn't that like orangish or something?
No, there's different colors.
That went on with that facility. I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna eat those things again.
That's why I
I'm
eat
just gonna
fancy shit.
Smoke my own meats and
That's why-
slice it.
You just got to buy the expensive charcuterie.
Nicole,
Charcuterie.
my wife came home with sliced chicken, like buffalo chicken, and I've never had this before. I didn't think it was going to be very good. It's pretty fucking
Yeah,
good on a
it's
sandwich.
delicious.
though.
Is it the boar's head?
Probably.
Man, that shit is slamming. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've
Yes.
never had it before, and I went in there and I was like, "What is this?"
Oh,
Jesus Christ,
well,
what did
I'll
she
tell
buy?
you, if you're in Front Royal,
And I was like, "Let me make a sandwich anyway."
dude, that was
Slamming.
pretty. What did you? Would you put mayonnaise on it?
Yeah, I'm white. I put mayonnaise on it.
He's like,
I put
what
ma-
else would
And
you
some,
put on
some
it?
type of
Blue-
white cheese. I don't
Blue
remember what it was.
cheese.
Blue. Are you a Miracle Whip guy?
No, that would
No,
make sense.
fuck all that.
That would
Ugh.
make sense. Blue cheese on it would make sense, but we didn't have any.
Nah, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip.
I'm a Duke's man.
Nah, don't like any of that stuff.
Love Duke's, man. I'm going to Richmond tomorrow, actually. It's gonna be
So, what's
buy
the difference?
mayonnaise?
So, what's the difference between Dukes and other mayonnaises?
It's creamier. It just tastes like
it tastes better.
It tastes better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like the
I think they
vinegar.
use more salt.
Yeah, well, no, I think it's vinegar because it's vinegar and like egg yolk. I think the way that they add like a little bit more vinegar, so it has a little bit more of a bite to it. You know.
Yeah, I'll ask
Okay.
around. I'll ask around in Richmond tomorrow on the streets. I'll be.
I only eat mayonnaise with tomato sandwiches, which I
Which
love
are
so
slamming.
much. Yeah,
I like them on, like,
fucking-
tomato
especially
sandwiches.
like
Salt and
vine-
pepper,
Ooh,
tomato,
yeah.
mayonnaise.
Yeah.
On rye.
I don't
Delish.
particularly like them on hoagies though. Like I think a hoagie is more of an oil and vinegar.
I
Event.
like it on a good
Yeah.
sliced Italian.
I heard you get
Oh,
a
that's
shit
good
ton of
too.
toppings on your subs.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a fucking. So if you go like this is my Subway. My Subway order is always the Italian BMT. I do the. I do the. I don't do it with cheese though. I'm not too big on the cheese.
What the hell?
But I will do the shredded. I do the shredded lettuce, the green peppers, the olives, the banana peppers.
Gotta have banana peppers.
Yeah, pickles, cucumbers, and then I have them do it up with the oil, vinegar, salt, and pepper. What's your?
I don't, dude. I'm hearing everything, and I'm like, yep. That's how I would order that sandwich. Like literally identical.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just don't do mayo on it, or I try not to. Do
I
mayo
put
on it.
mayo on it too, though.
See, the problem with the mayo is that when you get that oil and vinegar involved with it, it turns into like sort of a bukkake party.
I just want
When
it
you
all.
try to bite in, you're like, you look
want
like
it all.
You look like a
Yo.
dirty debutante.
So back in the day when Vinova was a thing, there was a sandwich that I absolutely loved, and I cannot replicate it. I know that it's like not pickled, but like jarred red.
Piquillo peppers.
Yeah,
okay,
peppers.
So they're piquillos. They're
And-
very specific.
Is it prosciutto?
It was prosciutto.
Okay. What kind of cheese? Because I am
Manchego.
not. Okay, manchego. I've been buying the wrong kind of cheese. I'm like, this is not right. It's not the same.
And it's butter on the bread.
Yeah. Okay. Butter. All
Yeah,
right.
It's butter on the
All
bread.
right.
Yeah. So that's a very classic bocadillo style
Yes.
from Spain. So yeah,
I love that sandwich.
Yeah.
I
That
remember
bread
like
too,
ordering
man.
it every goddamn time we went there. I was like, yeah, this is my favorite thing now.
that bread too.
It's from
though,
your
was-
homeland.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
Delicious. Delicious. But now that I know the cheese, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm
Make
gonna
'em at home.
definitely like smother some butter on that shit.
Line it up.
Yeah.
Not country
Butter,
crock.
butter up, buttercup. Man, butter, drawn butter and lobsters must have been a regular thing for you the past few months.
Yeah, a couple times at least. I'll tell you, the best was going down and buying it at market, like buying it, at boat price, which is cheaper than market price.
Right.
And we went down there. We got 10 lobsters for $80.
What?
God damn.
Yeah.
No fucking way. Are you
Pound and a
serious?
half. Yeah.
Crazy.
Lita's gonna get in the car after the show.
That's worth the goddamn drive. It's like $30 for two of them at Wegmans right now.
God
Like,
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Are the numbers down right now, or is it just every?
That's just, you got to know somebody, and then you get it. So it comes in off the boat, then goes to the market, then goes to
Yeah.
other places and stuff like that. We got it right at the boat price.
Oh yeah, because you're going
Fresh
like,
off
right
the
there.
boat.
I'm sure like it costs.
With
a
Jay's
premium
neighbor.
To, you know,
It's
ship
the
them
first
down
time
there.
I've ever said fresh off the boat and not be racist.
Dude,
But Chang, just kidding. I've never said
so
that before.
drawn butter. What exactly? Like I've heard it. I've tasted it. I don't know how you make it. What is the
clarified.
process?
Yeah,
It's
you're
just
you're heating it to a point where the milk solids and the oils kind of separate. You want it's like
Spoon them out.
Yeah.
So you just take out the liquids and
The
You-
solids.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, the solids. Yeah, you let all the proteins and shit they get down there and they coagulate, and then you take them out.
What do you
get
do with the
straight-
other
you get
part?
Straight. Then you dip the fucking shit out of your lobster in it, and then you get busy and you go on the thing. You do the
So good.
Orlando Brown says, "Skibbity bop." Dude, that shit.
I definitely went to this place called Captain George's in Williamsburg. I think they have them at like in Virginia Beach and a couple other places. It's like all you can eat seafood, but it's expensive, so it's like real seafood.
Right.
But they have like just giant like platters, not even platters, like food service vats of like legs of like different types of crabs and like all kinds of other stuff. But they have like vats of clarified butter.
Yeah. There's a place
Like a
up
ladle.
there.
Yeah, man.
There's a place up there, and it's a buffet, and they have lobsters, like whole lobsters. They have snow crab legs that are like, you know, 1.5 feet long. They're huge, and 2 inches around. They're huge. They have steaks, they have fillets, they have all this, all in the buffet, and then they have desserts, salads. I mean, they have anything you can imagine. But everything is like primo fucking food. It's $140 a head.
Oh,
It'd be
That's
worth
worth
it though.
it.
Yeah,
Stay
dude.
there for
I-
like 3 hours.
Dude.
I found out about it kind of late when we were up there, and I didn't have time to go. My wife, who doesn't eat very much, was like, "That doesn't make sense for me to go."
It'd be like it does for me.
Yeah, but I can fucking eat, dude. So,
I know, like when we were younger, like in the early '90s, like buffets were like the shit. Especially
yeah,
if
they're
you-
gone. A lot
Yeah.
of them, they're
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, because people got dirty fingers. COVID ruined them
oh
shits.
God, yeah.
I mean, I think there's a lot.
Rightfully
There's a lot
so,
of
though,
contributing
you
factors,
know?
also economic factors, obviously. But yeah, I think also the allure of buffets have become lesser and lesser because, like, back in the '80s, when there was like 1 or 2 buffets, it was like a thing. Like you went into a special. Now everywhere you turn, there's a fucking buffet, right?
Yeah,
so
It
like,
was, yeah.
The Pizza Hut buffet was the freshest.
and how does that make you feel as a consumer, man? Because it's like, in my opinion, I'm like, God damn, why don't you just call it a trough? You know, like,
Right.
Jesus.
Well,
I know
I
I'm
mean-
a pig. You don't have to fucking
I mean-
shove my nose in it. Jesus
Great
Christ.
American Buffet might as well just call itself the trough because
Yeah, like I don't know. I was never a fan of like buffets just because I knew they were kind of gross.
I would also.
But I've been to that like the Honey Pig place
Yeah.
in Manassas that's kind of like a buffet style, and I am like wildly impressed with how clean everything is. So
Sure.
like that for me, I'm like maybe buffets aren't so bad because
dude,
All right. I would like to say, too, before I go any
I'm gonna
further.
go to Golden Corral.
Before I sound any more hypocritical, I will eat the fuck out of a buffet. Don't get mixed up. That Chinese buffet across the street, I have ravaged a few times. Like, I don't want to lie to anybody by saying that I don't like buffets, but I will say that I think the allure of the buffet has kind of
Oh, yeah.
dwindled because of
Totally.
because
Yeah.
of like just the availability of it. It's all over the place, man.
they used to have a place in Manassas, and it was a Chinese food buffet called Walk and Roll. I thought that was the
Yeah.
funniest shit ever.
That
It was
shit-
like-
that.
I believe I ate there a couple times.
they were like,
Used to be Applebee's there.
and before that, you know what it was? The Ground Round.
Ooh, the
that
Ground
was the
Round.
Ground Round.
What a great old school like
Wow.
chain
I
restaurant. My
went there-
dad loved the Ground Round.
We went
Had
there
my birthday
once.
there a couple times.
We went once for a birthday, and my parents never took us back. I think it was more expensive. They were like, "Nah, y'all eating at home."
We went to the Ground Round one. I can only remember going there one time. We were on a car ride from Virginia to Vermont, and we were going to do skiing and snowboarding, and that was we stopped at the Ground Round because it was the only place open during a snowstorm, which is why we stopped there in the middle of the night, anyways. But yeah, the Ground Round that was fantastic, man. I remember when
Gave
Kelly.
you free popcorn.
Oh my God, when Kelly and I first started dating, we're not first started. I guess we had been dating for a while. We went to the Phillips flagship restaurant that was on the waterfront. Y'all remember that place next to Club H2O?
Nope.
Nah.
Oh my God, bros. I'm so sorry that you did not know about this, but it was the Phillips flagship restaurant, and it was a buffet. And they had, it's Phillips. So they had.
Where was this at?
It was right on the waterfront in Northwest, where the H2O, or Northeast, where H2O is. Northwest, sorry, man.
Damn.
thinking,
Yeah, I like it sounds so familiar, but I'm.
If you're like on the I forget exactly. If you look it up, man, you can like. But anyway, it used to be there. It's not there anymore. But Club H2O may be there. I don't know. Man, so Kelly and I went. This is back in my like heyday of working out, and so I was like, I went out and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna run 5 miles. I'm gonna go to the gym, and then we're gonna go and I'm gonna eat there, and I'm gonna put a punishment on that place. And I'm like,
There you go.
So I went in and ate. I literally gave myself iodine poisoning, like the 3-6 Mafia talks about in the beginning.
Iodine
Poison. I got that shit.
So many shrimp.
Yo, that was wild, man. I was paralyzed. So Kelly and I, we went to the bar that where we hung out at afterwards, and she went inside, and I just stayed in the car. Like I had to lay down in the car for like an hour. I was so distended, I couldn't move. It was terrible. But you know what? I definitely got my dollar's worth. It was fantastic. But also another claim to fame I have is that Richard Sunshine Sullivan and I have also tied at the last shrimp off at the Endless Shrimp at Red Lobster last year, and we topped off at 97.
Jesus, I was going to attempt it.
Yeah, we're about to get in.
What type of shrimp are we talking?
2150s, or 2530, I think is the count on them. So we figure it's about 3 pounds of shrimp that we each did.
So mediums. Medium.
But you're not doing coconut shrimp or anything
like
like that.
fried shrimp.
No.
That is a rookie ass move, man.
So what do you get? What do you cocktail? Or?
I get usually the shrimp skewers. They have a regular grilled shrimp skewer, but then I'll put on butter, lemon juice, and Tabasco to like spice it up a little bit. But I also like their scampi is good, but you gotta be careful because that's in butter, and the butter's gonna weigh you down.
So no fried shrimp because that bread
I'll
will weigh
do one.
down.
I do one fried shrimp, like just to treat myself during the event. But that's more towards the end after I've got some numbers in. Like where I don't want to
You don't want to do it in the beginning. That bread's like.
Yeah, man, and you have to avoid a few things like those cheddar biscuits. They're getting pursed. They're getting pursed, man. They get
so good though.
Yeah. What the secret is that you order one round of because you get like 2 rounds of cheddar biscuits for free. So this is why Red Lobster's going out of business because of me. And so what you do is you go up there and you get the order of biscuits, you put them in the purse, and then they bring out another one, and then you take that in a to-go package later because that's the only thing they'll let you take to go. They won't let you take any shrimp that you have left to go.
Right.
So they used to. That was the thing they fucked up on. They used to.
How are they gonna know? You just like.
They know anything you have that is not the biscuit. You cannot take unless it was ordered. Like if you got the Admiral plate or whatever, the motherfucking shit.
Just bring
Anyways,
a big purse, ladies,
and
an ice pack.
Yeah, it's a fun event, man. It's like it really makes you not want to eat shrimp for a long time after that. Mostly,
I don't know about that though.
I feel like that if I go to like Tejas de Brazil.
Yeah,
like and nobody.
You mean Texas?
No, Tejas.
It's Tejas de
You mean
Brazil?
Texas?
Texas de Brazil.
Tejas de Brazil.
I don't know. I like seafood, man. I can keep eating it. My favorite is like sushi. That's my favorite. Like, I can live with sushi for the rest of my life.
I feel you.
If I had to choose like one meal, so seafoods. I've definitely had like steak a couple of days in a row. I'm like, I don't want to ever eat steak again.
Lita, is this a sideways throwing of the gauntlet for a Helltown radio
like seafood off?
Seafood off, yeah.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Bet
Some scallops,
that is
some
a
clams,
bet. You all
some
heard it here
mussels,
first.
some shrimp.
Oh man,
I don't exactly.
Definitely them crab legs. Ooh, Maryland blue crabs. I have not had that this year yet.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
it didn't happen this summer.
You were at the party when we had the crabs.
Oh, actually, no. That's right. I did have like a couple.
Yeah, I thought you were there, man.
Yeah, well, I was there.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Damn, I must have drank too much.
Oh man, they're so good. The crabs are so good. All of them minus pubic crabs are great. And even them sometimes.
Yeah, if you fry them up right.
If it's a reminder of an amorous encounter.
Have you ever seen a pubic crab? They actually look like crabs. It's kind of fucking weird. I saw one the other day just looking at pictures. I wasn't searching the internet for weird stuff. It just
I was looking up crabs.
I was looking up crotch crabs, and sure enough, I found them.
Yeah, they look like crabs. So, just so you know.
Never ever, like, especially in this day and age of most people not having pubic hair. Like, I think it's the crab population has probably gone down a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah,
man,
it definitely has. I was I
or has it
in the 1840s? It probably was
popping off.
Epidemic.
They used to have pubic wigs that people put on because
Merkins.
Yeah, Merkins.
Yeah, man.
Jerking my Merkin.
You're jerking my Merkin, baby. Yeah, you're lurking on my Merkin. What's
pubic wigs.
I heard that song, Lords of Acid, Crab Louse, and that I was like, Crab Louse. That was always a funny song. What is that? So I Googled it, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh yeah, they definitely look like.
I think
they look like crabs.
I feel like crabs are like the most socially accepted of the STDs world, of STIs world, whatever.
Really?
You call it. Yeah, I feel that way. You know why? It's because if you
It's not your body.
Every beach town you go to, there's one like seafood restaurant there that has like it's like I got my crabs at
Yeah, like it's funny.
whatever place, like the
There's
fucking...
not like I got the clap at McDonald's.
I also feel like
Got
it's
my
like
dick sucked in a pro shop's bathroom.
That's also a great thing to happen, especially if it was from one of the bass.
I got a suck job from a catfish last week too.
The gills would hurt. The gills would hurt.
Or tickle,
Just
depending
don't
on
pull
what
out
kind of kink
fast.
you're into.
Nah, it's ripped for your pleasure.
Jeez.
Oy
let them do their
vey.
thing, and then
Come on, don't
you
fight.
can't jerk it out.
If you can't jerk it out, jerk it as you're doing. Oh man! So what else? What other activities did you partake in the Northeast besides pubic crabbing? I was kidding.
I went fishing with my boys a lot.
That's tight, man. What'd you catch?
A lot of bluegill, a lot of bass.
Okay, cool. So you were doing freshwater.
Yeah, there
Ponds.
was a huge fucking pond in, So
I fished one time in the Shenandoah. There nothing was biting. It was like we're too smart for you.
Oh man, I caught a big ass smallie last week, man. It was awesome. It was on a top water too, man. That shit hit hard as shit. It was like 3-pounder. I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, last time I went fishing, I went to Stone Mountain and I caught like 5
Man.
brown spotted
like
trout.
Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They have like between it's like June and July you can go fishing. You can catch up to 5. You can't have like fake bait. You have to have like actual stuff. You can't even use
Night
like
crawlers.
you can't use the flies either. Like and it has to be the hook has to be smooth. You can't have that like little
The barb on it. Yeah.
So those are the rules, but you can catch up to 5, and it has to be the required like lengths. So the last time I went, oh god, it was like over 10 years ago. Caught 5 within like 5 minutes. It was crazy. I was like,
Were they
"Whoa."
trout or what were they?
Yeah, they were trout. They're
Yeah.
brown spotted
trout, yeah.
Yeah, dude, trout are fun, man.
And they were delicious. Now they're kind of gross to clean.
Yeah.
Trout, they're really slimy. Like they have this
A
weird.
lot of fish
kind
are.
Yeah, they have this weird thing on it, and their scales are so tiny. So we just filleted it, and they were so good.
Yeah.
They're so delicious. It definitely is nice catching your own fish if you can eat it. Like there's a lot of waters around here where you can't.
Well, yeah,
Can't eat more than
the
like 2
Shenandoah.
fish. Yeah, you can't eat more
Right
than
here. Right
more
here
than a
in,
number
Warren
of
County,
fish,
Virginia.
which is terrible. But tis what it is. North Carolina, you can. It's
I
safe.
know. You know what? I'm just upset right now because I attempted to order a pizza for the both sustenance and comedic relief that it would have brought.
Yeah.
With Matt being back.
That would have been great.
And then I've just been like wondering, like, why the fuck is this not getting delivered? And then I got some notification from Domino's. They sent me an email. They have not sent me anything else that has told me what happened or why I don't have a pizza. They just said sorry, and here's a coupon for 20% off next time. And I'm like,
What?
yeah, right.
So you still don't know if there's a pizza coming.
You should call them on air.
All right, I'm gonna do
Like,
it. Hold
why?
on.
What, y'all still making pizzas? Call Indignant.
Yeah.
Yo,
Like,
Suck.
the oven broken? Because I just got a sorry email.
I
And it was
already knew
sorry.
y'all were sorry.
All right, hold on. I'm calling it right.
Bring me my pizza.
I'm
I know,
calling it.
right? Like, what time? It's not that late, right?
No, it's prime time. This
8:15.
is like, yo, this is Teenage
this is
Mutant
pizza.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, the debate's about to
pizza
go
time.
down. You know?
Yeah,
Oh
exactly,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe that's why they canceled. We're like, we got way too many orders.
Domino's is now hiring delivery drivers.
Oh, they ain't got anybody to bring it.
.com and come be a part of the team. Due to the nationwide labor shortage, service times may be longer than normal. Thank you for your understanding.
Damn, that's a double
Please stay on
disclaimer.
the line to hear some great specials, or just press 0 now if you are ready to order. This call may be monitored, or we'll be right with you to take your order.
Thank you for calling Domino's. This is John speaking. How may I help you today?
Hey, John, man, I tried to make an order for a delivery about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago, and I just got a weird email saying, like, sorry about something, and I was wondering, did something happen to the delivery, or?
One moment, please. let me check on your delivery. It might be just saying sorry about the wait.
Okay, cool. I mean, I just want to make sure it's coming because I'm fat and I'm dwindling here, man. Also,
Right.
yeah, man.
Was this for Christopher Kenworth?
That is correct, sir. Yeah, you are correct. Oh, 408.
Yeah. I believe it's already departed.
Okay, great. Oh, cool. It's departed. It's dead.
No,
Oh, thank God, man. Man, oh my God.
and it should be on your way.
Oh, okay, great. Hey, I appreciate you, brother.
No problem. Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, you too, dude.
Sweet.
Oh man,
it's
so
They're
like
All
speed!
Yes,
We're all
yes,
happy
yes.
now.
That dude was putting on his jacket.
I know. I get ready. It's coming. This is gonna be great. Wait, is it that there? Is that it by the door?
What?
Hold on. Was there pizza by the door?
No.
On the floor. Check it out, dude. I think I saw something out of the corner of my eye.
There is a pizza there.
Oh wow, dude.
That's
Oh man, that is terrific. The
They didn't
pizza
even
fairy
knock
came. All we had to do was bitch. My bad, John, at Domino's Pizza. I apologize. Your
How
pizza
long has
is
that been
amazing.
sitting there?
Yo, it's not very hot. It's not very
That's
hot.
what I'm saying.
They didn't even
We'll
knock.
be able to tell by looking.
maybe
You
we
know,
just-
it's been there 10 minutes. It's been there 10 minutes.
Wow. They just left it at the door. I wonder if they were knocking like crazy and we just couldn't hear it. That's fucking
Maybe
hilarious.
that's why, like,
Maybe he heard him on the phone. He was like, "Oh no, I was late. I was
Charlie heard
smoking
it,
a blunt."
because there was one moment he was like,
No, it's probably one of the drivers that knows my name on there and is like,
Yeah,
man,
I'm
I'm
not
trying to
giving
get caught up in that weird shit again.
I don't want to go on that damn air.
They have cameras now.
I'm taking this big piece right here.
oh.
Take one
Dude.
down, pass it around.
I'm good, but I'll pass it around.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I'll have a piece I haven't eaten today.
Oh man, I needed that. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you,
Good
Domino's.
call.
Yeah, thank you, Domino's and Front Royal
For making it magically appear outside the door.
You know what? My profile picture on Facebook is me with one of these pan pizzas
Look at this.
that I have automatically dialed in.
I like how it's like olives, sausage, green peppers.
You know what they
like-
need to do? They need to put up a sign like that says like before Papa John's and Spelunkers. Commend you.
Domino's is very nostalgic for me because,
The Noid.
well, before the Noid, I remember my parents, when my dad worked in California for a hot minute. It was probably about a year or so before, and then we lived in this apartment. And my parents, we didn't have delivery pizza before I can remember. This is 1984. I think it was like the advent of delivery pizza in America, and Domino's was the company. And man, so I've always associated pizza with Domino's, and then of course Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
the Noid. They've done a great job marketing. Papa John's, not so much.
Nah.
They have better pizza though, in my opinion.
This is fantastic. I mean,
This is really good though.
this pizza slaps, as a kid say.
I always just would end up going to like whatever that was the like slice, like like New York style slice.
I have an appreciate. Yeah.
But that's only like when I got a car because they never delivered. So like my parents would just get whatever was delivery. So it was either like Papa John's or Pizza Hut or Domino's.
And I'm not discounting any of the local, like, independently owned places, but if I need to go with something I know that's going to be available for delivery, consistently, there's a lot of fluidity in there, in the whole transaction, obviously.
And there's weird anomalies too, like melting pot. That's definitely if you're not from Front Royal and you see that, I don't think you'd go in there.
You gotta be in the mood for some.
Yeah, melting pot is good, but yeah, you have to want
Gotta
melting
get
pot
that
pizza.
spicy sauce.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the piss ass.
I like the I like to get the Italia one. It's got the anchovies, green peppers, and olives on it. And then but you got to get lemon wedges. You ask them for lemon wedges or lemon whatever they use. And you squeeze the lemon juice on it. I also recommend that for the olive and anchovy pizza at the Catamount Lounge as well. When you go there to enjoy drinks and food at the Catamount Lounge on 124 East Main Street.
Hey, a fucking idiot. I'm just all the meats on there at once.
It's not a bad way to go.
You know what the problem is when you add too many meats is that they
Grease.
give off.
It gets
liquid.
greasy, yeah.
They give off
it's too
liquid too.
weird.
Yeah.
Not just the grease, but the water that gives off.
Yeah.
Sometimes creates this
all
sog.
weird and soggy.
Yeah.
At least pepperoni and sausage.
Let me get another one of them.
Man, go
Man,
for it, dude. It's
You're
for
the only
it's for
person
the
I've ever met that likes anchovies. Like I love.
I've actually
anchovies.
never
It's
had
like-
them on a
it's
pizza.
Salty. All it doesn't taste
Here,
like fish.
slide that
It's
whole
like,
I'll
thing
try
over this
them
way,
like
right?
one
it's like
time.
it's really salty. If you've ever had an
You'll
anchovy,
pass me the whole box.
No, never had it. My
They
pops used
don't-
to eat them all the time, but we
they
never got
don't
them on
ever
pizza.
like put it like they don't put a lot. It's just enough to kind of flavor it, and it's oh my god,
Yeah.
it's so good. It's
I'm-
that salty brininess on
man.
with the tomato sauce. Oh my god,
Yeah, like
It's-
it's like it's one thing
it's
when you have
fucking delicious.
when you have something that's like a flavor accent, it's
Yeah.
great. But when it's like you're going down on like a Portuguese hooker, it's horrible, Like,
yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not a
like that.
fan of onions on pizza at all. I don't like it. I think it's because I got tricked once when I was a kid. I was like, "Oh, that's cheese pizza," and it was cheese and onion pizza, and I was like,
Ew, like
Who
it's
orders a
regular
cheese and
ass-
onion pizza?
I don't know,
man?
man. I think it was on a buffet or some shit. Somebody was probably just being an asshole in the back.
I like thinly sliced red onions on pizza, and they have to be on top of the cheese so they kind of.
Oh, these was white onions, and they was all in the cheese.
Ew, no, that's not good. That
Mm.
makes it soggy.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, that's no good.
It's a big no.
Yeah, pizza's got to be real bad for you not to be like, this is salvageable. Like, you can salvage any piece of pizza, even if it's just like the crust and a little bit of cheese sauce. Like,
Out of
All
all
right.
the pizzas, though, what kind, like crust wise? How do you like it cooked?
oh, like crispy on the bottom, like wood
Yeah.
fire, or
Yeah,
some type
wood-
of like
absolutely
real
wood
super
fire.
hot fire with a flat slab of stone.
Mhm. Yeah.
You got to definitely get that crisp, and then it's a little bit soft on top.
The secret to get it like that in the oven with your pizza stone is you turn that shit to 500. Wait like 20 minutes so that stone gets super, super hot. Then throw your pizza on that shit.
I wait like an hour at 550, and then throw that bitch on there, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
so it's like
go to war.
like when it sizzles as it gets on the stone. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But you gotta add a little like cornmeal so
Oh,
that
yeah.
it doesn't stick to
And
it.
then I made a stromboli the other day. I was like, I don't.
Mamma
feel like,
mia.
I was impressed. I was like, one of them was a little bit too thick. It was like eating a stromboli from like fucking Pillsbury Doughboy. But like the other one was thin.
Oh man,
You ain't got to eat it all now.
I'm not going to eat it all now. I just want to hold on to it.
It's my security pizza.
It's good. It's great. I want to shout out Domino's.
The pan.
Yeah, Domino's, man.
And
Imagine.
now you have a coupon too. Not only did they actually delivered it on time, but
They
they
Sorry asses knew they were late.
What if he just threw it from the bottom?
Didn't even want to open the door.
He cornhole tossed it all the way up.
Man, look at those though.
Look
yeah.
at this pizza, man. This is like, it looks like a cartoon pizza. Look, I even got the little pot, the little
I'm
table on
gonna
it.
snag this little one.
Yeah, you get the little one, man. Big pizza, little pizza.
Oh man, like I know, like I do like New York City, because you can just go into random like places and be like, your finest pizza for $1, and they'll be like, here you go.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah,
Here you
New York
go.
City's good for like pizza 24/7.
Jamaican beef patties.
Yeah, and that too.
Hot dogs.
But they're not the great. Like I'm like as much as people are like, oh, I love New York City stuff. I don't like the thin and weird floppy. It's
no, thin
good
and
like
crispy.
if you've been like drinking all night long and you need a like pizza fix and they have it right there and it's perfect. But I don't like that thin stuff. I like the big bubbly crust.
Oh yeah, like that's more to heat. It's the same. Like to me,
Yum.
it tastes about the same. The pizza I do not like is Chicago style.
Yeah.
It's a casserole. Ain't
Yeah.
no pizza.
So good, dude.
The sauce is
Yeah,
on
I
top.
have to agree.
Nah, man.
I have to agree with Matt on
They
this
using
one.
provolone. They ain't even using mozzarella.
Yeah, but it's the same cheese, just different moisture content.
I want the moisture of a mozzarella. No, I don't know. For some reason, I've never liked it. To be clear, I've only gone to Uno, so I don't know if that's a fair representation for
No.
Chicago style pizza.
Probably not.
No.
Mm.
No, it's not.
Rhode Island, don't they do clam pizza there?
Maybe. Sounds fucking gross.
I love clam. I love New England style clam pizza.
Like,
Nope.
Kind of like clam linguine, only on white pizza.
What do they send you to? Like, what if
Yeah.
next you go to some place like fucking like Leavenworth, Arkansas? They're like, we've got
Roadkill?
we got greasy burgers made of mincemeat. We got loose meat sandwiches.
Right. What kind of meat is that? Quit asking questions.
It's loose.
It's loose.
It's a
and
fucking
it's,
whore.
it's ready to eat.
Whorish ass meat. Now eat it. Put it in your mouth. Why are you asking so many questions, City Slicker? You and your accent.
Silly accents. Man, I'll tell you what though. There's a couple places in town that have some great pizzas. Well, I mean, you have Melting Pot, and then you also have Poppy's After Dark, which is
I've heard about that. I haven't had pizza there, but I heard they got a fucking.
They got a nice oven. They have a really nice oven.
Like a wood fire oven.
Yeah, man. Looks like they're doing cool stuff. I really like to try their stuff. Chef Biagio, over at Osteria Maria, aka Osteria 510, which it used to be called.
Never been there.
Ooh, it's good, dude. He's doing great stuff, man. That kid can cook. He's got a great kitchen. They got like a cool kitchen culture and shit there. That's a really dope spot. I can vouch for that pizza. That pizza's banging. It's a Neapolitan style pizza. You're looking at $18 to $22 range for like, just over a personal pizza size, which I know sounds like a lot, but given the quality of ingredients, the care and everything that goes into it,
yeah,
amazing. He also has a cool pizza oven there. And then of course, Domino's in Front Royal. Shout out to, it was Andy. Was that a dude's name or John? Whatever that honky's name was.
John.
Yeah, John. John boy, thank you very much. You and the team, great job. I'll 5-star it. I'll write a nice little letter to corporate and talk about how you touched my life with your pizza.
Yeah, you teleported.
I call them and tell them they left my pizza on the door. What the hell?
Can I get another one for free?
Yeah, they left my
he
pizza
got a
outside.
coupon. How much
I
was
think
This
the
thing was
coupon?
cold.
They probably heard that we got. They
Oh,
probably heard
you
us.
guys want to hear a coupon story today?
Oh.
I went over to CVS, right? And little known fact, if you put in that 8675309 with whatever zip code you're in, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be like some type of rewards account for any store you're in. So I went over to the kiosk at CVS and put it in. $78 in free money.
What?
Yeah, my homie.
That's in fake normal.
And I still got another.
Good to know.
But yeah, I got $78 worth of free merchandise from the CVS.
It would just that's how much
It was
cash.
so on this receipt. There's it just prints out all the receipts that anybody's ever like for all the money spent on that thing. So like all those ones that are circled are just they're money. So like $6, $4, and the first one that popped off
$12.
Yeah, the first one that I ripped off said $78 and like $78 and like 74 cents.
Is that a Monostat 7 coupon?
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Preparation H.
It just kept coming out, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah!"
Wow.
It's like I'm getting name brand medicine.
Oh wait, it's like on certain things that L'Oreal.
Nah. So those are the coupons, but the ones that are circled in black.
Oh yeah. Oh look at that. Damn. So,
CVS.
$8 receipt. Just look at this.
That's amazing.
This is accounting with the Helltown radio squad.
Well
All you need to do is
Dude,
put in
yeah.
silly numbers.
Yeah. Just put in a number like the White House, and I bet you that it'll come up with an account, and you'll get a bunch of free money.
I do put that number for Martin's, and there's definitely somebody out there with that.
86.
So just so whoever has that number knows, you got like
Yeah, you probably
75 cents off of a gallon of gas right now. Thanks to my last purchase.
Oh man! So the debates tonight.
Yep.
The mass debate of America. We're just getting
I don't
fucked.
want to watch for like actual like who I'm going to vote for part of it, but I do want to watch it simply to like see who calls names first.
Oh my god, it's gonna be fucking fantastic,
Yeah.
dude. I hope that they were both getting coached by like stand-up comedians. Like I hope
Well,
that like
he's-
Bill Burr was in.
He already went in a room full of black women and like it made everybody mad. So this could be the sequel. He also could come out and she could stutter because like she, from what I understand and like what I've seen so far, isn't good at speaking, like public speaking in terms of
Right.
being one-on-one, getting asked questions she doesn't like know beforehand.
Well,
Because the only thing she's done so far is that interview, and they said they cut like half of that shit out.
well,
And that's
yay.
like, but it's interesting. He's an asshole, but he is very
He's
good
ready
at
to go.
like at disrupting
shut up.
any type of debate. He's really good at being like as soon as they say something, like, nah, that's not what they said last week, and then like just like cutting in just enough to fuck with you. Like he doesn't do shit where they're like, turn off his mic. They're
Don't
like,
remember- Didn't he call like Ted Cruz's wife ugly?
Oh, he kept calling, like, he would call this motherfucker Lion Ted. He kept calling Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas.
Oh my god.
That shit was like, he has to have people writing for him because like that's some shit you don't like. I don't think he comes up with off the cuff. I think maybe he writes.
I don't think he's intelligent enough to come it up.
Maybe
he is an asshole though, so you can't
Yeah.
discount the ability for an idiot asshole to be able to say some shit that like nobody else would say because you have morals. Like he would say some shit where you're like, oh my god.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not gonna watch. I'm gonna wait to get home.
Oh yeah,
and
get the
then
Cliff Notes.
Get the Cliff Notes from my dad, who is super liberal,
Oh,
and I
man.
kind of love it.
That's dude. I mean, what if he's like maybe it's just like Impractical Jokers, like they're just telling him. He's just, all right,
I bet you won't say this now.
Like, for one, it's Illuminati Impractical Jokers. They're like, yeah, we'll give you control over the country for 4 years, but all you have to do is go into this room of women of color and be extremely offensive.
He's like, wow,
Like, fuck it.
you're being very rude to me. Like, don't ever say
Well,
that.
fuck it.
Oh, but tomorrow definitely. If you're driving around and NPR comes on, you're gonna hear nothing but like people talking about people talking. So that should be
NPR, get ready for your Facebook feeds, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god,
Yeah.
Yo,
I be putting people on snooze on both sides. Like I know people that are
Oh, man.
super liberal, where
Yeah.
everything they put up is either about like protecting trans people or like like every post. Everybody knows like at this point, like you should be
Yeah,
like
be
a little
cool.
bit open minded and let people live their lives. I think everybody in the American consciousness, except for assholes, are on that point. Like it. If everything you post is political on either side, it's annoying as shit. Like, have you had a good sandwich last week? Like, I know this guy that like
It
Puppy
doesn't matter
dogs.
what it is, man. Like if that's all you post about, that shit gets annoying.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
like
doesn't matter really.
Why would you want your identity to be your political affiliation? I think that's like a bit. That was the thing. Like, think back when we were kids, man. Like, I can think of like now you have these homogenous like thought groups, right? Everybody that gets together, it only wants to because everybody's so advertised in their political beliefs. You want to put that first because that's intellectually validating, right? So people put that first on, like a lot of people do. Not everybody, like not us, not most people. Like,
Yeah,
because
like-
we're just we're cock forward here, not politically forward or vagina forward in Nita's case. But seriously, it's like I don't get that, and like that it's just such a weird thing to me. I get like having your convictions, sure, but like at the same time, like don't like I find it hard to swallow when you're like you've turned into professional sports to a point that you have like like T-shirts with like slogans on. That's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's weird.
if either way, like the whole "fuck Trump" thing or the "Joe and the Ho gotta go" thing, like
yeah,
as
it's
humorous as that is, if you're a child, is not cool for the presidential
Oh,
election.
yeah.
It's not.
They should debate the points and have an intelligent discussion and prove to
Yeah.
us who's the most intelligent and even keeled to run the country.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Like I've seen old posts from when Trump was running when we were still doing Dirtbag,
Right.
and like like shows will come on in my iPod, and before he got elected, I remember you were like, I don't think they're gonna get him in there. Like we were all like, and then when he became president, I was like, oh my god, dude, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, I remember that because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's no way. Like,
I also
and then
remember
the next day I saw, I was like, holy fuck.
I also
Are you
remember when
kidding?
Claude wouldn't tell us who he voted for. And then he told me downstairs, and I ran upstairs and said it right after the break.
Guess what?
Forgot about that.
He voted for him. No, that shit is like, it is nuts that people are still fervently behind him to this point. And I think that dude shouldn't have shot at him. Like, because before the dude shot at him, I thought he was gonna lose.
He also was alive.
Yeah,
The shooter, not Anyways, but yeah,
yeah. Like it was
I'm not
definitely
making a joke
because like
about it.
for regular rational people that were undecided, I don't think they he got shot. I'm gonna vote for him. But the people that really liked him were like,
Yeah. It's like
So,
some sort of weird,
but it seemed to be people started wearing their hats again. I guess that's the best way to say it. Like people were very excited.
My
about
dad's
it.
one.
Yeah, the people like and that, like I do think MAGA people are a weird mix. There's a lot of people that are just like feel discarded from the left because of like them being more corporate than they used to be, and less behind unions and stuff like that. And a lot of people feel left behind from that. And then there's a lot of people that are just like, I'm a neo-Nazi. Like,
Yeah,
so,
that's
like there's a
weird.
nice mix of just different reasons why people like that dude. So it's definitely odd. And she's not very likable, like, to a lot of people that are in that same category.
Nope.
Like, Super
Yeah.
Cop is not attractive to most Americans. Like,
Yeah,
we
that's
like
why I
we
don't
like
like
military
her.
people, but if you're like, I was a cop or I put
She
people
a
in
lot of
jail,
people in
nobody
jail that,
and then
that
we're happy
didn't
about
deserve
it.
to go to
Yeah,
jail.
there's a
Like
lot of-
that's
yeah.
the issue that I have with her. Right?
Yeah, they
like,
could have
right
picked
now.
somebody else. Like, and they would have had an easier time, I think.
I also feel like they waited way too late and they didn't give us that choice because,
Yeah.
like, normally
Right.
you would vote on, you
on who was in there. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and
a-
so like to take that away, it feels
It feels like it's already rigged.
yeah,
I think a lot of it, what it is they do have, because he is such a polarizing figure, and if you're appalled by a lot of the stuff he says, you're gonna vote not him. And I think they took advantage of that situation. And,
Shit, wild and crazy.
but
Mhm.
it'll be interesting. It'll definitely. This will be the most shit show elections I've ever been alive for. It'll be just because it's so wild. Like,
Said the same thing 4 years ago.
Yeah, but
that's what I'd say.
it was wild, but that was wild in a different way. At least you were like, these are two political figures. Like, before that, it's always been like these, like, other than like when Trump ran Trump is, after he won, became more of a political figure. The first one, it was kind of wild because like. It was wild how it turned out, because when I went to sleep, she was winning, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm gonna go sleep. Like, I guess she got this in the bag. And then I woke up and was taking a shit, and I opened up my phone, and I was literally taking the shit, and I was like, oh my God, he's the president. And when Obama got elected, I was holding my baby. We were like, we made it. We finally got in the White House. It made me laugh.
The
I
only
was
thing
like,
that I'm
damn.
looking forward to is Trump's tax law actually expires this year. This is the last year for that weird increased arm rate where, yeah. So hopefully I don't owe $1 million again at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
it's gonna be interesting.
That shit was tough.
I just hope The Rock comes in and swings.
Yeah, what if he
in.
swings in the last moment like, vote for The Rock and Oprah?
Yeah, no, Oprah, I don't think
don't
would
know.
be good. I think Oprah's too polarized too, man. She's
Yeah.
been on Epstein's Island too many times.
All
Ooh,
right.
AOC.
Nah. We all know who would win.
Who?
Michelle Obama.
Oh yeah,
America's
absolutely.
mama.
Yep.
Yeah, The
I-
Rock
I'd
and
vote for-
The Rock and Michelle as opposed to Barack and Michelle.
Yeah. If you had, she'd have to run as president and he would be vice president. That way, like,
Yeah.
you know, if you killed her, then he would come over to your country and lay the smack down on your ass.
Was it the people's elbow just
Yeah, dude.
all over the Ayatollahs?
He'd be like, I'm the final boss.
Mm.
Oh my God.
And he'd be walking into meetings shirtless, being like, let me tell you something.
By December, it'll be business as usual.
Oh, yeah, no matter who gets in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we're gonna be
Corporate interest will win out no matter
Yeah.
what.
On Tuesday, we're gonna be
Yeah.
making a dick joke about something. That's what I know.
That was a good thing about Trump when he was in office. They insulted the size of his penis, and he responded. That's like, it is not small.
That's gangster. That's tight though, man. He's like, yo, check it
Your
out.
size.
Him and Drake.
Is your hand?
That's some shit that would happen to no other president. They didn't even mention Clinton's penis size. And he got caught. Like, was
I mean, did they have to?
I mean, what if he doesn't have a big cock? He just like throws money out.
Who?
Fucking Clinton.
Clinton.
I don't know, man.
We have to.
I mean, he
review-
might.
look at some pictures of him in tight jeans. You can decipher it from there.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not Clinton crotching it tonight.
No.
Lita, we're.
I mean, fine. I'll
Lita,
jump
we're
in the
relying on
rabbit hole,
you.
I guess.
We need
I
you,
will
Lita.
look-
Yo,
In
does
fact-
Bill Clinton have a huge hog?
I'm just gonna put Bill Clinton in grape.
They
sweat.
don't call him the
Bill Clinton great sweats. There's just gonna be
Right.
there's gonna be a bunch of photoshops that he did himself.
the Razorback from Arkansas.
What if you get
I'm actually doing this.
What if you get Bill Clinton's Tinder profile? It's just him like in a bunch of fucking
Right
gray
swipe? I'm just
sweatpants.
kidding.
Andrew Weiner in the back just throwing up deuces?
Oh, dude. That guy with the unfortunate name. You can't be a fucking predator with the last name Wiener.
Nope.
You got to play your cards right.
I just think he just thought he was doing what he was supposed
Oh,
to
there's
do.
like one picture, but it's like a weird.
What is it like underneath his taint?
Is it like Drake?
It's an upskirt.
Is it ropey?
I will say Al Gore.
Al Gore's got a big hog?
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
say.
apparently.
Yeah,
Like,
get gored.
They're
You know what I
they're
mean?
both like jogging alongside with each other, and they both have like short
Oh
pants.
yeah. I don't think Clinton's
Like
packing. a hog.
Clinton's not packing anything, but Gore.
Gore out there whipping
Look
it.
at that.
Gore's
And, like,
bringing
you
the
can see
heat.
the outline.
Man
Look.
Bear Pig. That's where he's
It's
hiding.
definitely.
That's where Man Bear Pig is,
That is
everybody.
the
Out there
deal.
looking like
I'm-
a LeBron.
I'm gonna rename this show "Fucking Peeping Al Gore Dick."
Oh, man. We could be
Yep,
like,
Al Gore's right there. Whoa.
hey!
Wow.
The Girthmeister 2000.
Why? See, Clinton, you did yourself a disservice. Don't ever wear booty shorts if you don't have anything to back that up. Like, seriously? Oh, there's another one. Yeah, you know what? Maybe
Noted.
maybe he doesn't have.
He has a regular size hog,
Regular size.
but it's a presidential hog, dude. You can't.
It is a presidential
We'll have to get
hog.
That thing, that
Monica
hog,
Lewinsky on.
Yeah, call her and Paula Jones.
that hog,
Like, yeah,
is,
was
Hey.
he?
Tell
that
us.
hog is protected by the Secret Service.
Yes, it is. Many a hog's protected by the Secret Service these days. Many a hogs.
That hog, though, has seen some action, if you know what I mean.
Man, I wish we had a Secret Service agent on here to tell us the wildest stories. Like, yeah, we pulled this president's son out of a whorehouse. He was booting up heroin with some Cambodians. We rappelled off the ceiling and pulled him out of there.
I'm
Sick.
sure there's so many stories like that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, with old Hunter.
Especially in the 80s, I bet you one of those like presidents' like grandchildren was buying crack in in D.C.
They're like, I gotta go fix this.
Hunter Biden probably in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hunter
His dad was a powerful senator during that days. He could sneak under the radar.
buying all them cokes.
I mean, George Bush Jr. was doing. Like
Yeah, but
that.
I don't know if he ever lived in D.C. Who? So what? We have to figure out what presidents or what senators' kids lived in D.C.
My girlfriend in high school's dad was a senator. For real, like
What,
it's
like,
just wild.
like,
I mean,
And
yeah,
but
dude,
did he live in
was-
D.C. or
Yeah,
did
no,
it-
they lived in like Tyson's. They lived they lived in Tyson's, man. Like
Wow.
he was the Senate Majority Whip at one point in time, man.
dude? So is
That's wild as fuck.
Yeah.
I've seen some shit, dude.
dude?
Not like anything crazy like that, like not there. But you see the Secret Service around sometimes, you know, shit like that. I'm not gonna. He was so good. Like he was like one of those good-hearted guys. He was actually a good guy. Like he was just like, you know, he took out. Once he got old enough, he said, "I'm done," and he got the fuck out.
Well, I know like politics has always been thought of as being like more dirty, but I know after the I think 91 or maybe it was 94, they were allowed to private corporations or the like Citizens United. That's when you started seeing those commercials that were like paid for by blah blah blah. Like that allowed people to pull together money as like almost like a group that can just donate to people. That's when it got real bad in terms of like people being corrupt and just like taking checks openly.
Oh yeah, man. I mean,
Like it's definitely now a different type of politics than it used to be. It seems like now it's just a bunch of rich people that either run and then go work at private companies doing like lobbying or vice versa. It seems to be a way to get money as opposed to like a governance system the way it used to be. Because even in like now, I bet you a show like the McLaughlin Group doesn't even exist in any form. Like where they're debating, you have these people that are on either side.
I forgot about that show.
Like because I remember politics used to be a lot more about substantive matters. It wasn't about like
Social
taking TikTok off the internet.
like surface level shit. Like
Yeah.
easily like digestible and regurgitatable product. You know, Yeah.
Wonderful.
Not like the wholesome and intellectual banter of Helltown Radio.
Yes.
Yes.
We're reputed for an amazingly integrable, whatever, incredible, but integrity-filled content. And especially when we talk about wieners, beeholes, vaginas, and
Beep beep boop
Wiener
boo
be
doo.
wiener be ho.
that was beautiful, by the way.
So Main Street Geek is not here tonight. I know a lot of people are expecting that. We didn't address that. So Lita's list that she prepared, we're not going to do tonight.
No, sorry guys. I'm saving it for when they're here.
Do you want to do an impromptu list?
Jesus, you're putting me on the spot.
What if it's all Kyle Gallner movies?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Who's Kyle? Who's Kyle Gallner?
Oh, say
Who's Kyle Gallner?
He is
Miss
so-
Lena.
he's
He
this
is
guy that
so
looks like a
hot.
normal dude that's in every like weird horror movie in the last like
He
3
has
years.
got the bluest eyes. Let me tell you, I am this like my trouble comes with bluest eyes. Let me tell you.
Ooh,
Kyle Gallner. Woo!
speaking of blue eyes, I watched Blood In, Blood Out in its entirety today.
That dude looks just like Rob Dyrdek.
Yo, that movie.
He
Bob-
does.
Billy-
Every time I watch that movie, I'm like, yeah, Rob
that Rob
Dyrdek.
Ving Rhames, Danny Trejo, Billy Bob Thornton are in this movie.
Benjamin Bratt.
Yeah, Benjamin Bratt. Who else? There's
A whole mess of Latin gangsters.
What's his name, man? That dude that plays Popeye. But
I don't know, but there's
All right.
one.
well, we gotta get back to this Kyle Gallner dude because I mean,
I'm only gonna do
I
like
was just trying to buy legal time to look it up.
I'm only gonna do 5 because I didn't write the list. I did have a giant list for our guests, but we will reconvene on that list at a later date. So we're gonna talk about Kyle Gallner and how hot he is. God, whew. Good God. All right. So the last movie I saw with him was actually a comedy movie. It was called Band of Robbers. I didn't realize that he actually played in comedy. He does. I think it's like 2016. I didn't actually look that up on here. I only looked up the horror ones, but you should check it out. It's on Prime. It is free, and it is funny. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. And he's funny and also hot at the same time. Before that, are you going to do the entertainment song?
Yeah, behind you.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Before that, I went to go see Strange Darling, and I know that I had mentioned this movie a ton of times in the last year because I really wanted to see it. It was released last year, but it didn't have the appropriate sponsors to actually release in a theater across the nation anyway, and they finally released it. I had last chance to not last chance. I happened to see that it was playing in a theater in Tyson's Corner, late at night. I went to go see it, and let me tell you, that movie is probably the best movie that he's played in that I've seen in a very long time. It's very well done. Let me tell you a little bit about it. All right. Sorry, I didn't write this down. Nothing is what it seems when a twisted one-night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. This movie is actually filmed in chapters out of sequence, which I loved. What's his name? JT Mulner. He's the director, writer for this. I love that he did that because it gives you this kind of sense of what's going on? Who is it? What's going to happen next? And it jumps everywhere, and you don't really get the feel of what's going on until the very last minute, the very end of the movie. So it does keep you at the edge of your seat, and Kyle Gallner is just amazing in this. So if you like serial killers, BDSM, one-night stands, you should check this movie out. It is very sexy, very violent, and very good. I believe it's supposed to be playing at a Psycho Cinema event at some point. Faye hasn't really said which date, but she did say that it was going to be playing, so hopefully that's going to be announced pretty soon, and I'm definitely going to go see it again, and you should too, because it's a good
I'm looking
film.
up this dude's stuff right now to see if I've seen any of it.
You probably didn't.
Scream. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, he was in them.
Mm-hmm. The next one that I absolutely love is called The Passenger. You've seen this with me.
Yeah. It's like school shooter event.
Yeah. So Randy is perfectly content to fade into the background when one of his coworkers goes on a sudden and violent rampage. So to give you this idea, this kid's picked on by his coworkers at his job, and his other coworker, who just kind of watches what everything's going, loses his shit and kind of steps in to be yo, stop fucking with him. But also he goes on a murderous rampage. You should definitely check it out.
Imagine
it's a really good movie.
If you'd a fry cook at work and some dude just come in and all your coworkers on the grill line talking shit, and this dude's like the head of the grill line. And he's like, "Stop fucking with him." And he goes out to his car and comes back with a shotgun and kills everybody and takes you on a ride.
Yep. And he's like, well, I helped you by killing your bullies, so now we're going to go do stuff.
That may or may not be loosely based off of the weird, like, First 48 I saw recently. Like, that was kind of like the whole premise of it.
Fucking
is.
love that show.
Yeah, dude, that shit was fantastic, man. This dude was like a fry cook who was getting bullied by the manager. And then he's like, yeah, I got to go to my car real quick. Comes back, blasts a couple people, takes her in the car, is like, yo, we're going for a ride. And then kills her.
So,
and probably has posthumous sex with her.
The first 48, how often does it end with them being like, I don't know?
Very, very, very rarely.
2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. Just under 50%, I think.
Nah, I don't even think it's that high, dude.
As soon as they call for the lawyer, it's a wrap. They're like, fuck.
Yeah,
They're
true.
like, dude, every single episode, and it's always funny, the cops' response, they're like, well, he called a lawyer, we're fucked. And like, you're like,
damn, dude.
I know, that's like, aren't you like, number one, like, that you're just giving up that easy? And then number two, that's your response to how the system works. Like, what? Like, fuck that.
So they
shit.
hope
like,
you're not smart enough to ask for a lawyer if you're accused of a murder.
They talk
That's
about
like
that.
That's
all
the first thing you should do, even if you're broke.
They're trying to solve in the first 48.
They said
Call your lawyer first.
They
They want to trip you up.
They brag like about how they tricked they're like, yeah, we tricked him into talking, and you're like what? Like, no, and this is always the best part. Listen, man, if they come at you and they give you a fucking bucket of KFC and a fucking Arnold Palmer, you're fucked. You are fucked. That is their biggest trick ever. Like, hey man, I gave you some fried chicken and lemonade. Like, we're friends now, right? And he's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh my god, no! I'll just be like, free chicken.
Yeah, they're like,
That's true.
They're like, you know what? This is gonna be the last thing I eat. So yeah, fuck it, I did that shit, all of it. And it's like, can I just finish my bucket of chicken real quick? And they're like, yeah, you can. And then sometimes they let them even smoke. That's the other trick they do. If they let you smoke, that's how they like always win the friendship, which is hilarious. Like, yo, are
Here's a cigarette.
you just killed somebody? Are you not like? Yo, I mean, you should be at least street hardened to a point to understand.
Maybe a lot of people that make that
like fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe a lot of people aren't. There are a lot of impulsive murders.
Oh,
it's probably that what
Yeah.
it is, and like those people are probably easily to be swayed because they were easily swayed in their own brain to like be like, killing this person is going to be the best option I have.
Yep,
So
basically.
the people that call lawyers are probably planning that shit. I was like, yo, I knew I was going to kill Henry last week. What the fuck you talking about?
Man, there's a good one where this dude drops his kid off at a police station, and then he drives to a police station 100 miles away, and he leaves his kid with like he gives his kid a script, and he's like that international hitmen were after the family, and that the mom died. The mom was at the house, got left alone at the house with a hitman, and him and the dad escaped because she sacrificed herself by staying there. And then like the dad drives to a place 100 miles away, and then he says the same thing. And he tells this whole story. He tells his story. He's like, yeah, I worked for the government, and I saw classified shit, and blah, 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 and I have some at my house. And these guys were like, yo, we're going to kill your family if you don't. So my wife very selflessly gave herself to the hitman. And my son and I escaped. And
Ain't nobody believing that.
oh, man, the cops were like, yeah, but yeah, it's funny. Like, the cops' response to it were like, yo, we've heard some wild ones in our time. But, this takes the cake.
Typically, the wife is like, fine, you go off with the kid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sacrifice myself.
It's very Joan of Arc of her. Man.
Yeah, so that's a Blumhouse film, so you definitely should check it out. It's on Prime. It's for free right now. I'm actually trying to look for the other one that I recommended to you, Mother May I.
Ooh.
That one is very disturbing. I watched it the other night, like thinking it was just going to be like one of those like drama movies because it doesn't seem like kind of like a horror movie, but it is. Anya starts behaving like Emmett's recently deceased mother, Emmett being Kyle Gallner, and he confronts her with his deepest traumas to help her. So the synopsis is like when I read it, I was like, seems like a boring movie. It is not what it says it is. You should definitely check it out. That's also on Prime, also on AMC Plus. It's like one of those films where like you go to this place, your wife, who is like kind of crazy wannabe psychologist, decides to pretend to be your dead mom. And your dead mom was fucking horrible to you. So you get the idea of what's going to happen. Definitely check that movie out. That's pretty good. Let me look up one more and that'll be it for me.
Is it called Kyle Garner's Chest Hair?
I don't think he has one, actually. I don't think he had any in Strange Darling. So, but there's another movie that's pretty good. Another like not really horror movie but disturbing. It's called What Comes Around Goes Around. So imagine like, because it's, again, the synopsis is not like a love affair becomes a menacing game of cat and mouse where nothing is what it seems. So basically, because I'm gonna like spoil a little bit for you guys, he's like a teenager. He has an affair with this teacher. Teacher denies it and says he's a liar and snubs him, and then he disappears into like whatever. Teacher lives her life, whatever. Years later, her daughter is chatting with this guy, falls in love with him. He comes over, beds her, and comes to find out it is the guy that had the affair with the teacher, and he felt so snubbed and dismissed by this teacher that he was in love with that he felt the need to have revenge by sleeping with her daughter. So, yeah, really good. Suspenseful, not really like a horror movie, but I recommend it. It's disturbing. Like, first of all, teachers that sleep with their very young students. I think in the movie he was supposed to be like 13 or 14 at the time. Yeah, it's kind of weird and whack. So check that out. That's also on Prime.
Yeah, she middle school molesting.
Yeah. So it's a really good movie. Check that out. I like all of his films. Like I said, I saw that comedy Band of Robbers, and that shit was hilarious. The very ending was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off. I actually watched it again after you left because I wasn't paying attention with David like doing his acrobatical stuff. But once he was in bed, I was able to like focus on it. It was really good. Check those out. Impromptu Kyle Gardner list. And tell me what you think.
Voila!
He's got blue eyes, right?
So I've noticed Chris trying to hold up this sign.
I'm getting there. I'm just like getting there. Oh, I have it backwards. I was hoping that would just be on there. People would just look at it and see. Man, it's Professor Diddlefingers himself, Joe Martin.
Prof Diddle.
Yes, he will be at the Theater of the Shenandoah this weekend, everybody.
This weekend.
Yes, this weekend. Live, playing from Mozart to Metallica. And I have heard a lot of his stuff. I have not heard this whole set yet, but I know that this dude has the fingers of fury. It is very highly impressive, the caliber of guitarist that Joe is. Joe Martin, you can get your tickets here on this QR code.
That shit.
Yeah, there it is right there. You can look him up. You can just look this up. Joe Martin from Mozart to Metallica this weekend at the Theater of the Shenandoah. Joe is definitely a gentleman, and also the envy of many lesbian women because of his finger speed. Just kidding. I love Joe. He's the man. He probably hates me right now for saying that after all those nice things I just said. But I had to dirty it up just a little bit for my man, Joe Martin. All right, there we go.
Did you know Joe can sing?
You know what?
Like he belted, like we were at Catamount. He belted like right like next to me. I'm like, oh my! I was like taken aback. I didn't know he can sing.
So I'm glad you said. Like, oh my god!
Wildly impressed by it. I was like, holy fuck! Did that just come from you?
Yes, and you know what? I have no doubt in my mind because you know what the funny part is. So you know Joe's kind of like. He's kind of king dingling when he plays at the open mic because he's so fucking he's just
you don't want to go on after Joe.
He's a really good guitarist. Even if you're a good performer, it's just very intimidating because of his technical like ability, right? And there's one dude, I'm gonna leave him nameless, and he's like sitting in the booth. He's like, yeah, that guy's like amazing at guitar, but he can't sing. And I'm like, and I told him, I go, I would bet you money that he has the voice of an angel. I've never heard him sing, but I bet money that Joe Martin has the voice of an angel. So for you to back it up,
No,
that makes
I
me
was
feel
there.
all right. So we've heard Joe
I heard
Martin.
it.
Yo, man,
I
I'm gonna
heard
say
it with
is
my
yo,
own ears.
it's a unicorn that you would see.
Yeah.
That was the same night that they had to listen to Helltown Radio 3 in a row.
Yeah.
What happened?
So like
last Friday when we were all in a row at fucking
that's when he did it.
Yeah. I thought you meant there's 3. He listened to 3 episodes
Like
of Helltown Radio in a
somebody
row.
was
Like
like
that's
seeing
fantastic.
something and the door was open and he like sang along and I just looked at him. I'm like, what did I just hear?
That's fantastic.
With my own ears.
Well, maybe that's how he's gonna. That's gonna be the surprise at his show this week. He'll like just the last song. He just goes for it.
He'll play
I was like, why aren't you doing this? And he was like, no.
Orion.
We're like, boo, yastima.
It was wild.
That's that's awesome, man. I'm so glad to hear that.
It was like seeing a jackalope,
Yeah.
like in the wild or something. I don't know. It was
Jackalope.
Good, it was good.
Jackalopes.
All right.
What was there any jackalope? Did you see any jackalopes up in the Northeast?
Negative. Missed them.
No.
Nope.
What was one of the most interesting like day-to-day culture things that they have there that we don't have here, or would be seemingly weird here, or vice versa?
There's chowder everywhere.
Chowder?
Little chowder huts everywhere, and I'll tell you what, up there the fast food is insanely expensive. Like they must have like a $20 an hour minimum wage or something like that. Like something down here you would pay, $10 to $15 for. You're paying minimum $20 for up there.
Damn.
All of the fast food is incredibly expensive.
Fast food has gotten expensive. Like I bought 2 breakfast meals one time, and it was like I want to say like close to $20.
Yeah.
I was like, it's just like bacon and eggs and cheese and a biscuit, right? And some hash browns.
But yeah, just
how close were you to New Haven?
I have no idea.
Because they have a
Pizza.
different they have a different style of pizza that's like
Pizza.
really crispy and thin.
There's a movie called Mystic Pizza, and we weren't far from there, but we never got a chance to eat there. We ate a bunch of other places that were a lot closer.
I remember that movie Mystic Pizza. I remember when I was a kid, like I would always dread going to my parents were at the video store, and like my dad would be like, all right, we're getting 2 movies, and my dad would grab that movie. I'd be like, oh fuck, man, that stupid movie. And I didn't know anything about it. I just like knew that it wasn't anything cool for me as a 8-year-old kid. But yeah, that's my association with it.
What was your favorite place to eat? Like hands down.
This place called the Black Dog, and they had like a little bit of everything there. They had a huge fucking menu, and usually with that, it's like it's kind of skip on the quality a little bit or whatever, But everything that we ordered from there was absolutely phenomenal. They had this thing called hanging bacon. It was an appetizer, like super thick cut bacon. And it would come on this, thing that was clipped on, and there was just 3 pieces or 4 pieces, depending on how many you ordered, that were just hanging. And you could get them flavored like peppered or candied or whatever that.
Candied bacon is ridiculous.
Yeah. That was an appetizer there. And, I mean, just everything that they had. They cut their own fries. I mean, everything there was just phenomenal.
Oh,
Yeah, they have that.
I love that, like, especially when places, like, cut their own fries and have their own, like, seasoning and... That's so good. It's so much better than frozen.
The Black Sheep, the place that's attached to 2 silos, they do that hanging bacon thing there.
Do they?
Yeah. Shout out Justin Tenpenny over there.
Can't go wrong with bacon.
I went there one time, and that place was packed.
Yeah, that place is always like jamming, dude. Like that's whole level. That's anxiety-inducing restauranting for me at this point in time in my life, and I'm the first one to admit it, man.
Too many people.
I could have done it. 10 years ago, sure. Now I'm like, I like to watch from afar.
Too many variables.
Nah, man, it's just fucking too stressful. It's not, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, man.
Yeah, like anywhere where they're serving a lot of alcohol and young people want to go, I just seem like at this point I'm like, oh man, that's a lot of headaches.
Get out of there.
It's fun to people watch, but
that's how you know you're old.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what? That's why I like the Catamount Lounge at 124 East Main Street in Front Royal.
Eclectic.
It's a great place you can go for an eclectic night out and with cool people, great music.
Even when it's packed, it's still chill.
Yeah, we've it's very chill. It is
And fuckboys stick out like a sore thumb there. I saw somebody with a neck tattoo trying to mac on chicks, and that nigga stuck.
Hey man, I told you not to say shit.
Not you.
I told you not to say shit, motherfucker.
Your pants are in the right place, not like near your knees. Like sagging in the next generation, like for people that still do it, the pants are just going to be like 80% crotch.
Yeah, man, you got to be easily accessible. I mean,
well, yeah, now it's like the draws out look. I don't understand it. Like where you like wear your shirt almost like you wear like a shirt that's regular length, but then you have this layer of butt cheeked draws, and then you got your pants. I'm like, what are you advertising, young man?
See, I haven't seen that in a while, or maybe I just don't I overlook them and I just don't pay attention.
You don't go.
You're not looking at little boys.
You're not. It's like 20.
Just kidding.
Like 23-year-olds, but nah, it's definitely like I think it's a thing in like certain hip hop scenes still. Like you don't see Drake and Kendrick doing these things, but you do see some of them wearing purses. So they got their own looks about them.
That's a merce. It's a merce. First of all,
when I saw
or a satchel.
Pusha T with a goddamn purse, I was like, God damn it. They don't got everybody.
Man, dude, you know
Did
what
he get diddied?
Dude, you know what I've seen recently that's like I guess popular. I saw it on a few dudes down in Virginia Beach the last time we drove through, and then I saw it on the street today on Main Street in Front Royal. Is that they wear the sagging pants, but the pants have like some sort of statement around that goes from thigh over dick, and then the other
so it's
thigh.
like the dude version of like the juicy.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's
See, I've not seen this yet. Now
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna have to pay attention.
Now I'm gonna look at
man.
crotches and
Yeah.
asses.
Yeah, dude, I saw it and I was like, and I'm not here like, listen, by no means am I any barometer of what fashion is, but it was pretty impressive. I'm like, that's a very distinct look, and also very, look at my dick, chic.
What an asshole thing to wear.
Not really, no, not an asshole thing to wear.
Nah, I'm just gonna get a pair of slacks that have like fucking red arrows pointing at my joint.
Yeah, I don't think it's more so the message than in like the exposure, but I don't know. Again, I'm not a barometer of fashion by any means.
Why not?
I'll interview one of these people with my
I don't
phone
want-
next time. We'll be like, so the pants, what's up?
Yes, if anybody wears their pants below their knees, let us know. We do encourage people though on the show while they're listening to remove their pants to comfort levels, and that's your comfort level. Then,
Yeah. But I want to know why it's your comfort level. Like if you were to wear your pants backwards, like crisscross, I want to know why.
You know what, man? I will say it might have.
I think it's a fair question.
Because it makes you jump.
When I wore the hoochie daddies
It could.
when I wore the hoochie daddies at the 70s party, I will say that there was a lot of liberation I felt on my thighs. My upper thighs and my inner thighs felt the breeze in a social situation that it hasn't felt. Oh damn, that it had not felt in some time, and I felt that was very fun. So I can understand maybe that's it. Maybe they're getting it the other way.
Yeah, I've worn Muay Thai shorts and but I'm not like walking to the Martins wearing my Muay Thai shorts because they look like booty shorts and they're satin.
Why not? Just do it. Fuck it. Who cares what people think?
They gonna see my giblets, y'all.
Eh.
Inseam too short.
Mm.
You got to wear like a cup with those things. Like I don't get it. Like the hoochie daddy shorts, I couldn't do it. Like I got too much thigh. Like no, I got too much thigh. They gonna be like, oh,
You thick.
they were like,
You thick.
They gonna start asking me to twerk if I go in public like that.
They're not gonna ask. They're gonna demand.
They're
gonna
like
shout it out at
They'll be
you.
like, yo, you look like Thougtzilla.
Shake some bitch is what they would say according to David Banner.
Oh Lord, David Banner shows up and kicks my door and he's like, oh, you got them shorts on.
Shake some bitch.
We're like, okay, Mr. Banner.
Oh my god.
All right, let's wrap this sumbitch up.
Rap.
So who do we have on the calendar? I know you got a bunch of names. We have
Next week is the Catamount Lounge show, starring. We're gonna be having our guests are gonna be Christopher Kemp, aka the Texarkana Kid, and Shannon Han, the Baroness of Bossa Nova, badass drinks and beverages at the Catamount Lounge, and that's gonna be going on next week. And then I'm gonna figure out when we're gonna reschedule Main Street Geek. The following week we have K Squizzy on, aka Curran Singh, local comedian, and then yeah, I think that's all I can remember off the top of my head. But yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up. Mike Hasty will be back on the first.
Oh yeah,
he'll be on the 1st of
October.
Yeah, so the saga continues. Mike
75 on.
Ooh man, this is gonna be good, man. You know what? I think I'm gonna wear my hoochie daddies. For
Oh
that,
Lord,
for that.
So last week we had a guy on the show, and you will understand this. Most people won't. He was like Brendan's dad.
That's great.
Like, he had a very, very good life story.
Okay.
He got himself out of the military by protesting because he didn't want to cut his hair, and he got an honorable discharge.
Yeah, you gotta hear that. It's great.
Now that I know it's settled, I'm totally making signs. I am, and they're all gonna have wigs on it.
I got a copy. I got a copy of Highlander for him.
Ah, fantastic!
Yep.
This is gonna be amazing.
But yeah, from 1975 to today, we're gonna get the rest of the next 50 years of Mike Hasty.
We also have a Halloween.
Oh yeah,
Episode.
Lita wants everybody to dress up.
We will
Dress up
Yes.
for a podcast.
Yes,
Well, we're on camera now.
yes,
dog.
we're on camera. You gotta dress up.
We forgot to tell you that.
I mean, all right.
And our
Is that how you feel about
our
it,
favorite funeral lady will
Yeah.
be here
Yeah. Well,
for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So it'll be awesome.
yes,
Yeah,
Megan,
Megan.
Crump Haas, Juarez, Negum. I'm trying to think of her other various aliases that she has gone by in the past. She will be on the show to be spooky and talk to us about
Spooky things.
yeah, spooky stuff and bodies and all that stuff.
Embalm foolery.
What that thing smell like?
That
Just kidding.
So, like,
Kind of.
formaldehyde.
I meant
Does anybody
I meant
try to
the
buy?
bodies, not the as you don't.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that because Halloween.
I got important questions like, do you sell formaldehyde to people that make
Dippers.
dippers?
You can
Hell
actually
yeah.
buy formaldehyde pretty easily on the internet.
Oh, you make dippers too?
No, I just
Take a couple of these
I
Newports
like
home
to
with you.
put dead
Nat
things
Shermans, bro.
into stuff and make.
Yeah, I get like, isn't that what they put in like pickled punks? Is that what they're sitting in, or is that a different? What are like,
So, like,
organs and stuff set in?
Well,
Sometimes just
I don't do like
alcohol.
organs or anything, but if you are preserving like an animal that's freshly, you would put it in formaldehyde because it
So if you
keeps
see jars
better.
with like pig embryos and stuff, it's
yeah,
formaldehyde.
it's typically formaldehyde.
Like all the oddity shops, it's formaldehyde all over the place.
Typically, anything that's diaphanized, like you've ever seen those like little creatures that you can see through,
Yeah.
right? You can see their cartilage and their bones, and it's like a pink and blue. It's like a process where they put it in different like chemicals to get it to that color and form, and that's not formaldehyde. That's usually like distilled
do
water
that to-
with.
Can you do that with any animal?
The
or-
bigger the animal, the harder it is, and the
Oh,
more
so-
chemicals that you need, and that gets expensive. That's why when you go to these oddity shows, you'll only see like
Little ones.
little
I
ones.
wonder if you could do it to a pig.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do it like a pig fetus, not something that's really large. I've never seen one.
Like a full-size pig.
Oh no, I've never seen one on a grand scale because, like I
They
said,
have
those,
fully formed bones and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I hit the lotto, I'm getting one of those made out of a pig.
and it depends on the weight of the animal, but it can take 5 days per rinse of chemical that you're using, so that it can be anywhere from like a 15-day process to a 20-day process. And with that much, chemicals and the amount of time that you like, a huge animal would be.
But imagine having a
Impossible. I've
fish
never
tank with a
seen one that
big
big.
see-through pig in it.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like right above your fireplace.
Yeah. I mean, that would be neat. There's something that I learned the other day. There's a reason why, and I wondered this when I went to the last oddity show in Tampa. They don't do bats.
Why?
They actually banned it. In any kind of oddity show, they banned.
Is it because there's so many bats would just die in wholesale? Or?
Well, there's no ethical way to source them. Like you can't just find them like you can find like dead animals on the side of the road, right? Bats are a little bit harder to find because they typically die off in the caves that they're in or whatever
Yeah.
dwelling that they're in. So it's harder to source that. So people were, especially in China, because you can get those like a little acrylic ones with the bones and stuff. You can still get that in China. They were just massively killing off bats, and some
Yeah.
species are endangered. So
Oh damn.
that's why they banned it.
They
I
should-
didn't know that until today when the person that does the oddities, the main one that we wanted to go to like a couple of weeks ago. She had posted like this announcement why they don't have bats because somebody had questioned like why is there never any bats? Well,
So bats are like the new ivory.
yeah. I wouldn't say ivory, but they're just there's just no way to ethically source them. So unless you have proof that you know it.
I got this from a cave.
Yeah, and like how there's no way to quantify that. So
You just got to trick them. You know what you got to do? You got to go down there with a female bat that's got like some terminal bat AIDS, and you just like build.
It's got COVID.
Yeah, and you build like a bat house of ill repute,
yeah.
and you just keep them motherfuckers in and out. When they die mid fuck, you just take them out. See, I got plans. That's ethical.
Yeah. So I didn't know that. So just so that you know, when you're buying, because I did find because I was like, let me just see how easy it is to get bat anything, like whether it's like in acrylic or like in liquid. Very easy to get it off of Amazon. So just so that you know,
China's got you on lock.
I wouldn't buy it from there because it's not ethically sourced, and you don't want to contribute to the problem like of extinction. You know.
Well, I mean, those ones on Amazon maybe
shitty.
coming from China as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't buy that.
So yeah, you got to catch yours wholesale.
Yeah. I mean, I've found dead ones in my attic. I actually had Mary found one that was kind of like dying, and she tried to give it water and it wouldn't drink, and I'm like, ooh, that's like the first symptom if they refuse water. And then she bagged it and gave it to me, and I ended up giving it to the health department because that's usually a sign of rabies. If they're not drinking water and they're dying off in their own in daylight, that is a cause for concern. So I never got any word back whether it was positive or not, but I did mention the area where it came from, and yeah. I'm going to be at Festival of Leaves, so come to my tent and buy my stuff. I'm going to have a lot of horror stuff and oddities to sell. That is October 12th. It's on a Saturday. Hopefully it's going to be beautiful. So come see me there. You'll also see a couple of my pieces at the Stonebridge Art Center for their 10 by 10 display. I have a couple of slots that are going there. I haven't really decided what I'm going to put on there, but it will be 10 by 10 and it will be cool. So check me out there. Also check me out on Instagram. That's that is odd. _. Look at my portfolio. Also vote for me for Horror Faces thing, because it's for a good cause. God damn it! And I low key
horror face.
Horror face.
Horror's like that word rural as well. It's like horror you have to like over enunciate.
Yeah.
I think rural you also have to over enunciate.
And vote.
But vote
even
for her.
Even pay like it's like $1 for one vote, and it goes to a good cause. Fulfilling a child's dream, wish, and so forth.
Yep.
And
I want you to win. I'm pulling for you. I'm voting for you.
I keep jumping from third place to fifth place. It's like third, fifth.
To get you to one.
Yes.
Vote.
Yeah, vote.
Let's
vote,
get
vote.
her
You
over
can
the
vote
threshold,
every single
people.
day, guys. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
And there's 2 days left.
There's 2 days left, everybody. So you can make them count, baby. I will. All right.
Chris, I know you got some comedy coming up.
Yeah, man. The 22nd, be at the Monument, being one of the featured acts for. I don't know if I can say it on air, so I'm not going to. But you can go on to the 22nd of September. Bank on being at this is a Sunday night, so you have no excuse for not being there, and it's early enough that you can get home at a responsible hour. So I don't want to hear anybody's bullshit, except for Brooke. She gets a pass on it because I know she got Academy in the morning, and she's probably watching. So. What else am I doing? Yeah, October 19th at the Catamount Lounge, Ace and Connor are gonna be doing kind of interesting little like crowd work and bump off, riff and bump and riff type thing. I don't know. I got to talk to them about how we're gonna market this, but I will be the opening act for that for those two guys that night. Tomorrow night I'll be out in Richmond, Virginia. Gonna try to find an open mic or something. I think I know something going on, but mostly going to see my BFF and homie DJ Billy Crystal Fingers as he does his thing. That's gonna be amazing. He's a really cool dude, and that name is awesome. So check him out on Instagram. other than that, the Catamount Lounge, come and have some drinks down there. And speaking of next week, Shannon and Chris will be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But most importantly, this has been a great episode because we've had the reunion of Matt Waller.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
And I'm hoping that this will be.
We missed ya.
Yeah,
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, man. This is fantastic, dude. It's always good to have you around, man.
Thank you.
Spooktacular.
I feel awesome because him and I are the same type of pervert.
I'm happy to be here. Being a pervert.
Yeah, dude. We're good. We're good types.
You got anything
Good
you want to
types.
plug?
No, I don't have any cars for sale or anything like that right now. I don't have any hustles that I'm doing. I'm just straight chilling right now.
Velocity.
No. Wow, forgot about that shit. But
Oh, dude, there were these fucking awesome ass like
energy. It was an energy supplement. It was all natural energy supplement.
But if you smoke weed and took one of them shits, felt like you was on ecstasy.
It was awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
I thought I was the only one until Steven was like, yeah, I smoked some weed and I took one of those and I felt real weird. And I was like, oh, I'm not the only one.
Do
But I
they
mean-
still have that? Is
No.
that- Aw, damn it. Fuck. I was missing
No,
good
it had a
shit.
bunch of cool shit in it, and then it all slowly got outlawed.
Aw.
So
Because it was ecstasy.
it was fun.
Like, yes.
Had like Guarana X in it and shit like that.
Whack.
It was so good.
Yeah, dude, that shit was awesome.
I
Best
used to
herbal
sling-
supplement I've ever taken.
I used to sling the fuck out of that shit.
That's not true, George. We know that the best herbal supplement.
Well, now, for my nootropic needs, it's always on it. You can go with the standard blend for memory and focus, or you can go for Alpha Brain Black Label. Either way, it's for you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Give me money, Joe. All right. Go over to Helltown Radio on all the socials. Look for promos. You can remix them. Anything that you see, it's our show's open source, so you can remix it. Just don't put too many dicks on my face when I'm talking.
Put all the dicks.
All right, you can put all of them.
Put all the dicks.
Cocks.
Make my lips out of dicks so it looks like when my talk is like this.
Blah 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 blah.
Joe Martin
With a bunch of penises.
Yes, go to Joe Martin from Mozart to Metallica this weekend. Look it up. Look at that QR code again. Prof Diddlefingers.
Mhm.
Yeah, get it right in the camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
Snap that,
Professor.
mofos.
Snap it.
Go to the show.
Go.
Throw
Now.
your underwear on stage.
And don't let him fool you. He's got a voice of an angel.
Yeah, and also Joe can sing. So just as that's been disputed.
Joe,
Mhm.
Joe,
Now
Joe.
it has been confirmed. Joe has the voice of an angel
Yep.
because Joe is an angel.
Yeah. Professor Diddlefingers. All right. Yeah. Go over to Capital MMA. 7 locations. You can get right.
Learn how to choke somebody.
Yeah. Learn, and you get. You could teach the children how to choke as well. Yeah. Like the Whitney Houston song, only about choking people. Inspirational. Yeah. Gotta go right across both carotid arteries.
Mm-hmm.
And just note to your parents, if you teach your kids or let them go to classes and you don't train, you're going to get got in your living room when you're watching TV or playing video games. They can come up behind you and strangle the shit out of you. So
Yes,
it's in
they
your
will.
best interest to learn how to at least choke defense, because you don't want to get killed in your own living room eating some pizza bites from Totino's.
Up
Next
there,
thing you
some
know-
ramen in your face. Looking like a jump.
I choked Dad out. Now I'm the man of the house. What if you woke up after your kid choked you out and he was mowing the lawn?
I would be impressed.
Smoking a cigarette.
I'm taking over, Pops. You can sleep in a bunk bed.
I'm waiting for that. David's not even in that, and he does it now. He tries to choke me out. I'm like, where did you learn this?
He's
Little
like,
asshole.
he's like, from the earth, I've learned there can
3
be
years
only
old, and
one.
He's like,
All right. Yeah, go Helltown Radio. Sing us home sooner or later. Midgets. Remember, you can leave your pants off for the rest of the night. It's okay. Tell them.
Nobody's gonna get upset.
If you put them back on, I'm gonna be angry.
bye-bye.